You could find time to allow us to be part of your morning. As we always do, we start with the AM news with Denisia Poma Ej. My name is Samuel Kojo Brace and as usual, I do this with Emefa, Akosua Adeti. It's always an honor to represent the team of hardworking men and women who put this show together. So on their behalf, we welcome you to the show. Wherever you are, we say thanks for allowing us into your home. And as we say in my home language, Ahanta, Yalabasi, come over by machine by Rednakashi, but Benewa, Zumsenze, Neyabo, Nonubunu. From now to 10, be our guest. Stay on.
Ghana's young people are witnessing climate change, not in textbooks, but in their communities. Changing rains, flooding, drought, food insecurity. Their stories are real. And now it's time for the nation to hear them. Join News in partnership with the Africa Climate Collaborative at the University of Ghana, CDKN Ghana, Beyond the Science, and YEFL Ghana proudly present a national dialogue on Ghana's youth and climate change. Trained youth climate reporters, one national platform, powerful community stories from across Ghana on radio, TV, digital, and social media. Join us for an evening of storytelling, expert dialogue, and recognition of Ghana's boldest young climate voices. It's live on Joy News, Thursday, 21st of May 2026, 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Youth Voices, Climate Stories, the future of climate action in Ghana by Ghanaian.
Hello, good morning and welcome aboard to the AM News. My name is Denisia Poma Ej and our very first story. The very first batch of Ghanaians affected by the renewed xenophobic attacks in South Africa is expected home today as government begins an emergency evacuation exercise. About 300 compatriots in distress have so far registered with the Ghana Embassy for assistance amid growing fear following attacks targeting African migrants in parts of South Africa. In a statement, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs says coordinated arrangements have been put in place to ensure the safe and orderly return of affected citizens. The statement will be on your screen shortly. It says that the government of Ghana announces that all Ghanaians being evacuated from South Africa due to the ongoing xenophobic attacks shall be entitled to the following: 1. Welcome home financial package. 2. Transportation assistance to their various destinations across Ghana. 3. The reintegration allowance. 4. Free psychosocial support. And the next is entry into a special database for jobs and also startup opportunities. Also, let's move to the courts. Now, the New Patriotic Party says it is worried about the whereabouts and condition of its Bono Regional Chairman after he was not brought to court by officials of the Bureau of National Investigations. The General Jurisdiction Division of the Accra High Court adjourned hearing of his bail application to 21st May, which is today, for further arguments. Speaking to journalists at the court's premises, General Secretary of the party, Justin Kudia-Frimpong, questioned the handling of the case. Fatal Bayaga reports from the Accra High Court.
The New Patriotic Party members arrived in court hopeful that their bail application challenging the Circuit Court's decision to remand the party's outspoken Bono regional chairman into custody would be heard. However, the prosecution prayed the court for an adjournment to enable it familiarize itself with the application to file an appropriate response. The applicants opposed the application, describing it as unnecessary and out of order. The prosecution, however, maintained that it needed time to consult investigators to enable it properly respond to the application. The court subsequently granted the request and adjourned the hearing to tomorrow. The NPP, however, expressed dissatisfaction with the handling of the case. Justin Kojo is General Secretary.
After some few minutes, our lawyer, Kojo, told us that, surprisingly, the case has been moved from where officially it was allocated to a different court, to our dismay. And indeed, as at Friday, we are aware that the docket was sent to the criminal court too. So as to why the case was moved to a different court is something that is mind-boggling. And we are aware it's part of the gymnastics by the system to frustrate the bail application. But be as it may, the registrar, Somutu, decided to move the case to a different court with the excuse that it was an error.
He also expressed disappointment over the alleged refusal to bring Abronya to court today.
So, unfortunately, they didn't bring Chairman Abronya to the court. And we are very worried as to his current health status because we didn't see him. So it's something that I wanted to be on record, that we came to the court, we didn't see our chairman at the court today.
Meanwhile, the Deputy General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Haruna Mohammed, says Ghana's democracy is heading down a dangerous path amidst the continuous harassment of opposition members.
You see, what we are doing in this country, we have to be very careful. We have to be very careful. Else, this is going to endanger the peace that we are all trying to protect. This is not the democracy we handed over to His Excellency the President. And I don't think that they are right to Abronya. But lo and behold, the judge was very firm. The judge said that, okay, you're asking for 3 days. Go and study the matter and come back tomorrow.
The case is expected to resume tomorrow as both parties prepare to argue the bail application before the court. Reporting for Joy News from the Accra High Court, I'm Fatal Bayaga.
From the cause, let's head to the Public Accounts Committee. Attorney General Dr. Dominic Ayine has expressed disappointment in auditors who worked on the 69 billion cedi government arrears special audit report for flagging a 782,000 bank transaction advice in the report. So the amount is part of an 8.4 million cedis arrears claim rejected by the Finance Ministry, for which the AG appeared before the committee to answer to. James Aveji reports.
The AG himself, Dr. Dominic Ayine, then took on the auditors, indicating that they had met them on meetings and indicated their position on the matter. And so he finds it quite ridiculous that they will go ahead to still indicate in this report when the matter, according to him, has been settled with the auditors and the Finance Ministry.
I think part of the problem, and I'm putting this on record, because we've had to deal with issues of enforcement of surcharges and disallowances. And we are running into problems because most of the time the auditors do not consult MDAs before they put out figures. In this particular instance, we met with them at the Ministry of Finance. I led the team. We gave, all the explanations necessary. So for them to now put it in the public accounts, in the audited accounts, or the report of the Auditor General, and for me to leave my ministry and the heavy load of work that I have to do to come here and appear before this committee, I think is grossly unacceptable.
The day proceeded with meetings with the senior high schools who had some infractions. The headmistress of Suhum Girls SHS explained how she had to resort to threats and even involve the police to redeem some over 30,000 Ghana cedis paid to 2 separate employees of the school who earned these salaries unduly.
I called him on phone and he came. And he gave me a very flimsy excuse, so I quickly called the police commander to come and pick him up. He said he wasn't going to pay. And I asked him why. He said when he came, he served the government for over 5 years. He never received salary. That is why when the money came, he took it. So until government pays him that 5 years he owed before he received the letter, he wasn't going to pay. I said, okay, you can't leave before you ask government to pay you what he owed you over 10 years. So I asked the police commander to pick him up, and he sold his cow and paid. I made my accountant to look for him, and we're told he had traveled. So I traced, and I was directed to his father-in-law. So I went and told the father-in-law that I needed to get in touch with him. From
Aqua Safari here in Adan, I am James Savage for Joy News.
Now away from Park, the Central Regional Director of Education, Juliet Dufie-Otami, has called on supply officers, accountants and domestic bursars in educational institutions across the Central Region to demonstrate greater discipline, intentionality and accountability in the discharge of their duties. She was speaking at a capacity building workshop, and she stressed that the ongoing sittings of the Public Accounts Committee should serve as a wake-up call for officers to be responsible in managing public funds, emphasizing the need for transparency, accountability and strict adherence to professional ethics.
The capacity building workshop for accountants, auditors and other professionals within educational institutions across the Central Region was held amid growing concerns over the misuse and mismanagement of public resources highlighted during ongoing Public Accounts Committee sittings. Addressing participants at the workshop, the Central Regional Director of the Audit Service, Evans Kobna-Ajin, stressed the need for strict compliance with public financial management laws.
The purposes for which the monies were given were made by them in terms of their budget. And so if the budget has gone through appropriation and you now have the funds, you have to use those funds for the purposes for which they've been given to you. And when that is done, we believe the interests of the students will be served. Government spending is based on laws, and the laws must be obeyed, because that's the only way we can actually check what you are doing at your corner. Because whatever you are doing, we are not there to know what you are doing, but the laws are there to help you navigate through the spending of the money.
Also speaking at the event, the Central Regional Director of Education, Dr. Juliet Dufie-Otami, urged participants to treat the ongoing Public Accounts Committee proceedings as a wake-up call and conduct their duties with integrity, transparency and professionalism.
So here is a wake-up call for them. We are just reminding them of their roles, which they have been performing. But this time, we say it should be intentional. So that, you see, we invited the regional auditor. PAC is going on. So many infractions. We call you, you go and face the camera, and then things you are supposed to do, you are not doing them. And so this is a wake-up call, a reminder that our work we are doing, a check on us, are we doing the right thing, or if we have to do otherwise, we all understand each other and we share ideas together so that Central Region will not be as it is now.
Some participants who spoke to Joy News after the workshop described the event as insightful.
We are grateful for our able regional director for organizing this workshop. The workshop has been very, very good for us. It has opened our minds on the do's and don'ts that we have, things that we do at our offices which lead us to PAC. All those things have been outlined.
It has been an eye-opener. You see, auditors, we are normally ensuring compliance, so interacting about the use of public funds and how resources are allocated, well, it will help us to supervise and help our brothers in the accounting and the domestic class and the supply class. So it has been an eye-opener because we normally use the guidelines as auditors. So it has been a refresher program for us as auditors so that we ensure that resources are used effectively.
From Cape Coast, Abigail Lesal-Nkrumah reports for Joy News.
And from the Central region, let me take you to the Upper West region. 4 years ago, Wild West was associated with poverty, poor roads and neglected communities. Today, children are reaching school faster, farmers are accessing markets more easily, and the district is leading Ghana in poverty reduction. Following the latest multidimensional poverty index report, the NDC in Wild West attributes part of the progress to interventions by the MP, Superintendent Retired Peter Lanchene Tobu. Rafiq Salam reports.
For years, Wild West District was known for one thing, being left behind. Today, it is the district with the fastest drop in poverty in Ghana, a 37.9 percentage point fall in just 4 years. And on the ground, you can see why. NDC Wild West Constituency Chairman Matthew Barry stated that the numbers reflected real work on the ground.
Today marks a great day in the history of Wild West. We are gathered this morning to celebrate a great achievement of our district. Our Wild West used to be among the districts they call the most poorest and vulnerable districts in Ghana. And today we are celebrating a history that Wild West have moved from that bad perception to a level that we must be happy with.
Mr. Barry credits the shift to targeted interventions led by MP, Superintendent Retired Peter Lanchene Tobu, school fees for hundreds of students, funding for women-led businesses, the Future Today youth projects, and projects to tackle water, health, and security.
He supported payment of school fees for hundreds of students across the constituency. He supported small businesses to grow through 2 initiatives. That's financial support for women in business and Future Today, the Future Today projects, a youth-based program. He ensured a fair and broad registration of LEAP beneficiaries to capture the vulnerable.
But the most visible change is roads. Once Saka Mozu took over the district road improvement program, DRIP, the account was empty. The MT responded with 200,000 cedis from its common fund. Those roads now connect farms, schools, and the yet to be built 24-hour market in Punyantanga.
Without roads, people cannot even link up to that market. There are a lot of facilities that are located in sections of Wild West, and there are other communities that are not having roads to even link up there. And that, without those roads, those facilities are not accessible by those communities. And because of these roads, people can now access every amenity within Wild West. The 24-hour market, they have just kick-started the 24-hour market building. And when it is completed, most of these roads that are linked up to that place, people will now have access to that market, and that will boost economic activities in the district.
For the NDC's women organizer in the Wild West constituency, Jennifer Osman alias Banga, the impact goes beyond roads and boreholes.
Just don't want to talk about the boreholes he has drilled or the financial support he has given to people, which has improved their well-being. This our MP, even if you hate him, you won't say that he is not working. What makes me happier is his initiative to continue the projects of the previous administration. The Agenda 111 hospital project comes to mind, and he is working on that. Not even to talk about our own E-block project, which was abandoned by the NPP. You must have an MP who is active and ready to work.
The district has also seen the launch of the Water is Wealth dry season farming program, distribution of life jackets for those crossing the Black Water, and motorbikes for police patrols. Collaboration with the DC, Health, Agriculture and Education departments, plus NGOs and faith groups have sealed the push. Chairman Matthew Barry says the work isn't finished, but the direction is clear.
I cannot yet speak on individual packets but we are looking at the projects and other developmental issues that are going on in the district. So some people may have and others may not have. I cannot say maybe it's reflecting in everybody's pocket, but some people's pockets is reflecting. I encourage all youth and all other people in West to work harder so that those people pockets that is not reflecting, we can also see improvement in their lives.
From empty accounts to 135 kilometers of new roads, from abandoned projects to revive ones, West is writing a new story. And this time, people are feeling the ride. Reporting for the news, Rafiq Salam. Wow.
Well, up next, we have some business news here. Hunter Pele, Samuel Kojo will bring us that right after this breather.
Now, and Senior Lecturer and Executive Director of the Center for Policy Scrutiny, Dr. Akosua, says the decision by the Monetary Policy Committee of the Bank of Ghana to maintain the policy rate at 14% is justified given prevailing economic risks, including escalating geopolitical tensions in the Middle East. Speaking earlier on Business Live, Dr. Sarkodie explained that the central bank's decision is aimed at sustaining the disinflation process and safeguarding macroeconomic stability and growing external uncertainties.
I mean, the inflation in Ghana is not too high or is not rising fast to warrant an increment in the policy rate. In any case, one would expect a reduction in the monetary policy rate from 14 to maybe 12. But the governor has also given an indication of the risk ahead. The geopolitical tension poses serious risk to import bills feeding into inflation. You also mentioned the second wave effect of inflation. That is, when inflation is high, workers will agitate for higher wages to keep their real wage the same. So when workers succeed in negotiating for higher wages, producers will also increase their prices so that they can maintain their profits. So he was also careful about the second wave of inflation, second effect of inflation. So these two reasons have been given as the rationale behind the maintenance of the monetary policy rate, no increment, no reduction. They want to assess situations, but which I agree with them. So hopefully by July, the war will be over and then we all know, someone will say our smoothness level, will know what will happen, whether they have to adjust it or not.
Now, Ghana's total export earnings have reached record levels ending April this year. New data from Bank of Ghana puts the amount at more than $11 billion. There is more in the following report.
In April last year, the country's total earnings from the export of gold, cocoa, crude oil, and other exports stood at $9.2 billion. Fast forward to April this year, it has jumped significantly to $11.1 billion. The data from the Bank of Ghana showed again gold was the major driver of this record growth in Ghana's export earnings. Gold for the first 4 months of this year brought in more than $6.8 billion. It was followed by cocoa that got $1.8 billion, while crude oil export ending April stood at $1.2 billion. Other exports brought in $1.1 billion. However, on the import side, Ghana spent $5.8 billion to finance its import from January to April this year. The development resulted in Ghana recording a trade balance of $5.2 billion compared to $5 billion in the same period for last year.
Well, and that's how we wrap up the business update on the AM News for you. Back to you, Denicia.
Thank you, Samuel. Could you raise the Hunter Pele himself? Well, that's it for AM News. For more news, please do log on to myjoyonline.com. Enjoy the rest of the show. Have a lovely Thursday.
Changing, so should you. If you're dreaming, don't be afraid. And in the valleys, keep your head up high. Dare to dream with Puma drinks. Puma, yeah. Believe it, you can achieve. Puma, oh yeah. Clap your hands for the whole new vibe. Make we set the bliss. Oh yeah, come alive. Let me hear you.
Puma drinks, a whole new vibe. Another quality product from Casa Precon.
This advert is FDA approved.
Let's do sports now on the AM show. My name is Haruna Mubarak. Remember, the segment is brought to you by Litina Travel and Tours 2026 Global Football Festival. As Ghana faces England at the 2025 World Cup in Boston, Litina Travel and Tours, in partnership with the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, invites Ghanaian businesses to participate in the Made in Ghana Expo on June 22nd and 23rd, 2026, to connect with international buyers and investors. Call 0244-260-789 today or visit Litina at Alisa Hotel Northridge and secure your spot on this once-in-a-lifetime journey. To our first story, Ghana produced a spirited display to defeat South Africa 3-1 in their final Group D match at the ongoing Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations. Despite the victory, the Black Starlets narrowly missed out on second place in the group after losing a drawing of lots to Algeria. Both Ghana and Algeria finished level on points and other ranking criteria, forcing tournament officials to separate the teams by a draw. Algeria eventually secured second position, while Ghana finished third but remained in contention for a place at the Under-17 World Cup. Let's check out the highlights.
Two important players that we've seen in this first. And Nabi steps up. And it's a nice penalty into the bottom right-hand side. Redibe went the right way. He couldn't get down fast enough. He's already got one penalty. He's had a massive influence in this game. Giafi! So the corner kick for Ghana is flicked on by Gavi to the back post. Lurking in the... So for 2-0. And for Ghana to solidify before half-time. A good lead and a good penalty to do it. The ball goes in and it's flicked towards the back post. It's off the crossbar. Africa to bed. Puts it over to the far post. There's a couple queuing up. Ends up being the South African head who nods it down. Barfo tries to clip it back in. He's really offering. Lovely ball down the side. Signals for offside. He's not quite controlled. But signs that maybe both teams are starting to open up. It's a lovely ball if he can get there, which he can. Takes a touch into the opposing area and it's... Whoa! There you go. Almost out of nothing. I said the game's opening up and South Africa get the... They're just letting them have the run of the pitch. Let's see. If anybody deserved a goal, it would probably be him. Goes back out. Lovely bit of footwork. Couldn't beat the 2 or 3. And it's rocketed into the back of the net. Ghana are going through to the playoffs. Augustine Appiah wasn't longer to start with. Ghana have beaten South Africa 3-1. But
well, let's check out the results from yesterday's fixtures. Obviously, Senegal, they are through to the quarterfinals of the ongoing Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations, together with Uganda. And of course, yesterday's results, Angola, they suffered a 2-1 defeat to Mozambique. Angola, they are at the bottom of their group, Group C. Mozambique, they also are through to the World Cup playoffs. They finished third in Group C. Mali, they defeated Tanzania by 2-1. Those are the top two from Group C. And of course, in the group of Ghana, Senegal, they secured a 2-1 win over Algeria. Senegal are through to the quarterfinals of the competition, and they've also qualified for the FIFA World Cup automatically. Algeria, they lost but still finished second in Group B. South Africa, they lost by 3-1 to Ghana. South Africa are at the bottom of their group, Group D. Ghana are in the World Cup playoffs, and they are set to face Uganda. Away from the Under-17 tournament, the Asantehene Otumfuo Nana Osei Tutu II has pledged his full support for the Ghana Sports Fund following a high-level engagement with officials at the Menchia Palace. The delegation led by Professor Enim Wright says the Ghana Sports Fund is committed to building a credible and sustainable financial system which is capable of transforming Ghana sports, which obviously will become a major contributor to the economy. There's more in the following report by Ivy Setoji.
The visit formed part of ongoing nationwide stakeholder engagement by the Ghana Sports Fund to introduce its mandate and build strategic partnerships aimed at securing sustainable support for sports development in Ghana. Leading the delegation was the board chairperson of the fund, Professor Kojo Enim Wright, alongside the administrator of the fund, Dr. David Kofi-Waku, and the deputy administrator. The delegation briefed the Asantehene on the vision of the Ghana Sports Fund and its long-term objective of building a credible and sustainable financial structure to support sports development across the country. Speaking to journalists after the meeting, Professor Kojo Enim Wright said that Asantehene warmly welcomed the delegation that expressed strong interest in the objectives of the fund.
It's heartening to know that he was quite receptive and offered his support wherever and however we may need it, and gave some advice on the way forward. I think, like everyone who listens to what the sports fund mandate is, there's a real desire to make sure that it succeeds, because it's beneficial not just to Ghana but also to Ghanaians. And so he lent his voice and added his voice to everyone who has supported this initiative so far.
Administrator of the Ghana Sports Fund, Dr. David Kofi Waku, explained that the fund seeks to go beyond occasional financing of sporting activities to establish a sustainable system capable of transforming sports into a major economic and developmental pillar.
We are just trying to set the fundamental principle or foundations for every fund to be sustainable. So we are building the credibility structures that everybody, both in Ghana or outside Ghana, can trust this fund, donate to it, or give us huge sums of money to help build sport. So we are inviting both corporate, faith-based organizations, individuals, and everybody to come on board in building Ghana Sports Fund.
Dasante Hene pledged his support to the Ghana Sports Fund.
Receive this one. But so anything that we can do to support, I can assure you it's very
Ivy Satoji, Joy News, Kumasi.
In boxing, nominations have officially closed for the Ghana Boxing Authority elections scheduled for June 4. In a statement released by the Interim Management Committee, Ivan Bruce Kojo and Rabon Dodu were confirmed as candidates for the presidency, while Ernest Ofori and Roger Bano will contest for the position of first vice president. Speaking after filing his nomination, presidential aspirant Ivan Bruce Kojo explained why he believes he is the right man to lead the authority.
I've been in promotion for some time now, and looking at how things are going is not to the best to my ability. So therefore, I thought of, coming in to change the way things are being done in boxing. That is the main reason why I have kind of ushered myself to be the president of GBA. Looking at how things are going currently or previously, for now there's no GBA. One, when they're organizing fight, the way it's organized is not the best. Looking at trainers, boxers, coming to medicals and all those stuff, it's not well done. So it is my prayer that as I'm taking the nod to become the GBA president, I'll try and streamline all those very things to be done properly. Boxing is something that can generate a lot of revenue for this country. In time past, we all know how Azuma and Elson and then Ikwoti and the others were doing their best to kind of lift the image of Ghana to the world stage. Today, few of them have done it. Agbeko, Joshua Korte, and some of the boxers have done that. But it is not very encouraging. And it's something that if I should have the nod, I'll make sure those things are put in right perspective.
The new season of the Greater Accra Hockey League is finally set to get underway this weekend, and one club preparing to shake up the competition in its debut season is Hockey is the Reason Club. Formed in 2025, the side is eager to make its mark in its first ever senior league campaign. My colleague Benayed Dafiamekpo tells the story in this special feature.
What started out as an academy in 2017 has now grown into a fully fledged hockey club, with each IR club set to compete at a senior level for the very first time in its history after officially forming the club last year. But just how excited are members of Hockey is the Reason Club ahead of their debut participation in the Greater Accra Hockey Association League?
It was so exciting in the first place, transitioning from an academy to a club that will be running its affairs during the league. And you know, the hockey A-League is very tough. The likes of police, GRA, all playing, prisons all playing. They have very experienced players there. And there are a lot of players out there who do not get the opportunity to actually play the league. The feeling is good. I realize the players are eager to enter into the elite league. When you are playing the academy, there's this opportunity for you to transition to the elite. So when we told them that this year we are going to play the elite, most of them were happy and they are eager to enter into that elite league.
We felt ecstatic. We were very happy about it because this is our first time. This is our first time. So we were very happy about that, and then we couldn't sleep. Because it's very overwhelming. Yeah.
For HIR Club, the new chapter is more than just competing in the league. The club sees it as a major opportunity to give academy players valuable experience at the senior level of the sport.
Most of the players are from the academy. They were developed from the Hockey is the Reason Academy. So now that we have Hockey is the Reason Club, we thought it wise to look at some other players from outside. For instance, we have other players who have also been playing hockey for some time now. We nearly got a player from Army, but they had to take him back on loan. We have a goalkeeper also from Army who also has to go back to Army again. So we're looking at, registering players who are, experienced a bit to, mix with the academy boys and then see what we can do in the upcoming A-League. Academy, we have about 6-7 players that have been migrated into the club, and you realize that since they know that their peers are now moving into the elite zone, they are also happy that they will work hard to be able to let themselves seen in that elite zone. And when you look at the elite zone, they are from academy and other players have joined. So the gelling is not too much, but as time goes on, we will have our unity, or we will have our players gelling together.
The team has intensified preparations ahead of the new season, engaging in rigorous training sessions and friendly matches as they aim to build fitness, chemistry, and confidence before the campaign begins.
We are on track, we are training. I think so far everyone is taking his training serious. So we are coping. We have just entered, so we need to expect much from us. We are training towards it, and then this being our first season, I think it's not going to be easy for us. So we are waiting to see what happens.
As debutants in the Senior Hockey League, what targets and ambitions has the club set for itself ahead of the upcoming season?
Expectation is that we will participate and place ourselves in a position that the guys will be happy with, and they will play to enjoy, not necessarily aiming at the top position, because we have people there who have played for a long time, but ours, we are going in to play, enjoy, and if possible, and we have the opportunity to reach first and third, we'll be grateful.
As players, we want to do our best. I think it's not easy, but then we want to be at the top. Yeah, we want to compete. We want to give them the toughest time. They won't take it easy. Although I can't guarantee you that we are going to win the trophy, but it's not easy. Initially, I wasn't an HR player. I used to play the best team on this field, S-Checkers. But then, so I saw how it takes to play at the A-League. Yeah, so it's not going to be easy. But I promise each and everyone out there that we are going to give out our best. So they shouldn't expect anything lesser than our best.
The 2026-27 Greater Accra Hockey League officially kicks off on May 23 at the Tudusio Hockey Stadium. For Joy Sports, Benaya Elom. Dapamapo.
In Europe, Aston Villa dispatched Freiburg 3-0 to win the Europa League and end a 30-year trophy drought. First half goals from Yuri Telemans and Emi Buenda gave Villa control before Morgan Rogers' strike sealed a second major European trophy in 44 years. And that's how we end the sports segment on AM Show. My name is Haruna Mubarak.
And tonight, Freiburg and Aston Villa arrive to chase history of their own. Will it be the rise of a new force or an old giant reborn? Oh, decent whip on that. Really good delivery. Sets up for an opportunity and just away off target from the... The old lion roars again.
Another week is here on the greatest of all time show. My name is Giovanni Clip, and tonight we're bringing you talent. Contestant number one, let's bring Baby Girl. Let's bring. He did it for you.
Cut. Oh, there is a leakage.
Where's the plumber? For quality and durability, insist on Syntex pipes. If you want quality, this be where you belong. Strong, tough, and reliable. Your perfect match to your trusted Syntex pipe. Syntex pipe, it they carry water, no wahala. Syntex pipe, it they make water they flow. Syntex, and you're strong, and you're tough.
Hi, now let me share my wildlife experience with you at Safari Valley Eco Park. Welcome to Safari Valley Eco Park. Our electric shuttle pulled up, and in no time our tour began. We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the eco park. We were greeted by experienced tour guides who took us through orientation and how to better enjoy the experience. Watch these animals roam freely in their natural habitat undisturbed by our presence. We saw zebras, sable antelope, brown crane, mara, silky chicken, nyalas, Shetland ponies, and so many animals I just couldn't keep up. Our tour guides taught us so much about the wildlife, their behavior, and how to interact with them. I even fed them. We also went fishing on a man-made canal. Then we took a break to have lunch in this serene environment. All this amazing experience for this price for adults, this price for teenagers. It's a bargain. As the sun began to set, it was time to go back home, but not before dinner by the campfire. It has been a thrill of a lifetime, and I can't wait till my next visit.
Safari Valley Eco Park, bringing you closer to nature.
Welcome to Sulas Enterprise, the shop that deals in industrial machinery such as generators, rice millers, water pumps, compressors, and mowers. From the smallest to the largest capacity, at Sulas Enterprise, we give you nothing but the best from the best brands such as Honda and Perkins. When it comes to our generators, we also sell mowers coming from brands like Honda, Briggs and Straton, and Oleuma. And when it comes to our water pumps, we offer you brands like Lily, and Pedrolo water pumps. We also sell rice millers for all capacities. We are located at Spintex Kakalika Plaza. Also find our various locations as displayed on screen, or call us on the following numbers: 0243-839-463 or 0554-154-416 or 0240-541-493.
Sulas Enterprise, where quality meets affordability.
Welcome to Sulas Enterprise, the shop that deals in industrial machinery such as generators, rice millers, water pumps, compressors, and mowers. From the smallest to the largest capacity, at Sulas Enterprise, we give you nothing but the best from the best brands such as Honda and Perkins. When it comes to our generators, we also sell mowers coming from brands like Honda, Briggs and Straton, and Oleuma. And when it comes to our water pumps, we offer you brands like Lily, Brooding, and Pedrolo water pumps. We also sell rice millers for all capacities. We are located at Spintex Kakalika Plaza. Also, find our various locations as displayed on screen, or call us on the following numbers: 0243-839-463 or 0554-154-416 or 0240-541-493.
Sulas Enterprise, where quality meets affordability.
Hi, now let me share my wildlife experience with you at Safari Valley Eco Park.
Welcome to Safari Valley Eco Park.
Our electric shuttle pulled up, and in no time our tour began. We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the eco park. We were greeted by experienced tour guides who took us through orientation and how to better enjoy the experience. Watch these animals roam freely in their natural habitat undisturbed by our presence. We saw zebras, sable antelope, brown cranes, mara, silky chicken, nyalas, Shetland ponies, and so many animals I just couldn't keep up. Our tour guides taught us so much about the wildlife, their behavior, and how to interact with them. I even fed them. We also went fishing on a man-made canal. Then we took a break to have lunch in this serene environment. All this amazing experience for this price for adults? This price for teenagers. It's a bargain. As the sun began to set, it was time to go back home, but not before dinner by the campfire. It has been a thrill of a lifetime, and I can't wait till my next visit.
Safari Valley Eco Park, bringing you closer to nature.
From Africa to football's biggest stage, you are invited to be a part of it. Feel the rush, the passion of every moment. Don't just watch the game, live the FIFA World Cup experience. With VIP seatings, exclusive lounges, gourmet dining, priority access at every turn, luxury all around you. Seamless, effortless, exceptional. Because this is more than a ticket. This is your FIFA World Cup 2026 experience. Brought to you by Match Experience Hospitality. Call 055-155-1119 or visit matchexphospitality.com to secure your packages, or walk into any Absa Bank branch, our official banking partner, for more information and payment.
And social media. Join us. Ghana's young people are witnessing climate change, not in textbooks, but in their communities. Changing rains, flooding, drought, food insecurity. Their stories are real. And now it's time for the nation to hear them. Join News in partnership with the Africa Climate Collaborative at the University of Ghana, CDKN Ghana, Beyond the Science, and YEFL Ghana proudly present a national dialogue on Ghana's youth and climate change. Trained youth climate reporters, one national platform, powerful community stories from across Ghana on radio, TV, digital, and social media. Join us for an evening of storytelling, expert dialogue, and recognition of Ghana's boldest young climate voices. It's live on Joy News, Thursday, 21st of May 2026, 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Youth Voices, Climate Stories, the future of climate action in Ghana by Ghanaian.
This week on the Career Trail.
I was born in the States. I wanted to be an aerospace engineer. So I'm graduating at this point. I don't have a job. I don't have a business either. I remember I sent, sending emails to people that had businesses on the continent. I'm sure whoever was reading the email didn't even know where Ghana was. And then for 2 years, made a lot of money in the process. And I decided to now focus on Penguin. This lady just walks out and, she's talking to her friend. She's like, ice cream, 10 cedis. I'm coming from Kojo food. Listen, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
were living in one of the pavilion behind. Later that we had this new building. Then we now moved to the new building.
You did a lot. They have come here and asked us, and they have continued our 6-unit classroom building.
A lot has changed. After documentary, we had 60 tables and chairs, then a 10-bedroom teacher accommodation.
We have never been fair to these young children. The children are suffering. We applied for school feeding, which will have also helped to increase the enrollment.
The impact has been great in terms of enhancing duty bearer responsiveness, in terms of responding to the infrastructure needs, in terms of teacher availability. We are seeing that there's progress.
It's a caution.
Teenage pregnancy is stressful. It is world war.
Dreams are paused, futures rewritten, and childhood replaced with the heavy responsibility of raising a life.
They impregnated her, and at the end of the day, when she came, she was HIV positive.
This is not just a story of motherhood, it's a cautionary tale.
Your friends will laugh at you at that time because nobody expects you to get pregnant at that time. You get that reactions from the nurses when you go to the antenatal. Some of you will go like a Akrakatiwa.
Too young to mother on Joy News.
This question comes to me more often than I expected. What exactly do I find in choral music? Sometimes it's said jokingly, sometimes out of curiosity, and sometimes it is said in a way that makes me feel like I need to explain myself. Because to many of my friends, this is music they associate with older people, church services, funerals, with something slow and distant from the world we live in now. And yet, this is where I keep returning.
Some people discover music later in life, but for me, music was already waiting even before I understood it. I was born into a family where choral music wasn't just something we listened to, it was something we lived. I grew up hearing rehearsals at home, watching my family sing, and then I fell in love with choral music, and even today, I sing.
Guide me, O the great Jehovah. I'm growing in a time where music moves quickly, where songs become popular overnight and disappear just as fast, where attention is everything and silence is almost uncomfortable. So choosing something that does not follow that rhythm can feel like choosing to stand apart. And sometimes I do feel that difference. Because when people ask why I'm still holding on to choral music, what they're really asking is why I'm choosing something that does not follow with the times. So I began to look for answers, not just in what I feel, but in the people who have stayed with this music long before me. People like Dr. James Farikamal, who has spent most of his life in choral music.
Choral music gives me the peace I want. It is the most peaceful music. It is the most work with advanced literature and a lot of things. So being a child, I learned so much from it, and I've always been glued to it. That's why I'm still in choral music.
Now, peace is not the first thing that most young people look for in music. But listening to him, I begin to understand why it really matters. Because choral music does not overwhelm you. It settles you, and it gives you something steady to hold on to. For others like Kwame Appiah Kubi Jr., it's not just about the feeling, but it's also about the discipline that comes with it.
Choral music, I think, demands a lot in terms of learning. So you are made to learn every little thing that has to do with music, because you have to read music to be able to do choral music. And so there's nobody who can be in choral music without learning the rudiments of music and grow with it. And then there are people like Leslie, whose journey in choral music did not begin with certainty.
Like, I didn't want to join. They would destroy my voice. So my auntie came to convince me, because she too, she was a soprano at that time. So I joined a choir at church. I don't regret, because I learned a lot. It has opened, I think, a way for me to be a better singer.
Music is not standing still, and the more I stay in it, the more I see how young musicians are reshaping it, taking it beyond church spaces and introducing it to audiences in ways that were not common before. But to understand why this music has lasted this long, I have to go beyond the present and look at where it all began. Like Dr. Benjamin Amachi-Boateng help explain that history.
Before the whites came, we already had our traditional songs, which were performed by groups, especially when you go to the village areas. We had a way of singing our own songs, which is choral, is still choral. But if you talk about formalizing, maybe writing it out as people define choral music as music that is written out, then you can say that yes, is the whites who brought it during the time of colonization.
But this did not start today. Ghanaian composers like Ephraim Amu, Kobna Nketia, and Ken Kafui made sure this music would not just sound Western, but would carry our language, our stories, and our identity.
The difference at the point was that we had to introduce our language into it. So the style is Western, the body is Western, but the text is local. Combining these two, I want to write in both feet, Western, African. I don't want to throw away my Africanness.
Despite all this depth, the question still remains. People often say choral music is for older people.
It's because the devices, the elements used to compose such music are very tough and strong. The melody, the harmony, the lyrics, everything that goes into it, the development is very hardcore. So it's very difficult to break it. This, when it comes to our choral music, very powerful, even high-life music. When you sing them, you see that you've sung a whole subject. I mean, it covers a whole sermon. You feel like, oh, everything that I wanted to say has been covered.
If choral music is going to grow beyond what it is now, then it cannot be left to survive on passion alone. It needs deliberate support, investment, and it needs recognition as part of Ghana's cultural identity.
If our state institutions could just be a little interested in finding out more about choral music, as you are doing, I think we'll go far. We will discover a lot and we'll see how to stay up there on the continent, in the world. We can promote Ghana music.
So when they say choral music is for older people, I do not disagree with them. I just know that I found it early and I'm choosing to stick with it. Evelyn Ampa, Joy News, Accra.
Is your tech holding you back? Feeling lost in a maze of outdated gadgets? Relax. Come with me to CompuGhana.
Magic. Now I've been international fashion designer. No more president talk matter bia. CompuGhana. Class in boy.
Oh, number one.
Ghana, we don't just sell electronics, we transform your life. From office to home appliances and more, we have everything you need to step into the future.
CompuGhana, class in Kwa. CompuGhana, number one.
Changing, so should you. If you're dreaming, don't be afraid. And in the valleys, keep your head up high. Dare to dream with Puma drinks. Yeah, believe it, you can achieve. Oh yeah, clap your hands for the whole new vibe. Make me set the bliss. Oh yeah, come alive. Let me hear you.
Puma drinks, a whole new vibe. Another quality product from Casa Precon.
This advert is FDA approved.
Hi, now let me share my wildlife experience with you at Safari Valley Eco Park.
Welcome to Safari Valley Eco Park.
Our electric shuttle pulled up and in no time our tour began. We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the eco park. We were greeted by experienced tour guides who took us through orientation and how to better enjoy the experience. Watch these animals roam freely in their natural habitat undisturbed by our presence. We saw zebras, sable antelope, brown crane, mara, silky chicken, nyalas, Shetland ponies, and so many animals I just couldn't keep up. Our tour guides taught us so much about the wildlife, their behavior, and how to interact with them. I even fed them. We also went fishing on a man-made canal. Then we took a break to have lunch in this serene environment. all this amazing experience for this price for adults? This price for teenagers. It's a bargain. As the sun began to set, it was time to go back home, but not before dinner by the campfire. It has been a thrill of a lifetime, and I can't wait till my next visit.
Safari Valley Eco Park, bringing you closer to nature.
Hello and welcome back to the AM show. Time for us to review the big issues coming up on the news review. But let's start with what the papers are reporting this morning, starting with the Daily Graphic. If you look at the front page, the big story there for me: suspend hostel fee hikes now. Rent Commissioner direct to tertiary school operators. I mean, we just had recently the increases in hostel fees. And the Rent Commissioner, I mean, the one in a long while I've seen really putting this to work is asking the operators to halt it, because you cannot overburden parents with, these regular hikes. Get details on page 3 of the paper. Transplantation best treatment for kidney failure, researcher says. The story is on page 13. Policy rate stays at 14%. Details are on page 13, but we brought you that story on the AM News. GCB Bank empowers construction firms with asset financing. At the back page, we're all hoping for better turnout at the World Cup. Now, Ghana's World Cup hopefuls under the spotlight play Mexico tomorrow in Puebla. Let's see how that one goes. Okay, let's do the daily guide now. And you're seeing the picture of Mrs. Joanna Quay, the former wife. Okay, now she's no longer a Mrs., right? But Joanna Quay, the former wife of Richard Niamakwe. They say that Joanna Quay's role in RNA Kyo's company emerges, talking about what she did to help RNA Kyo to build his businesses now. So get details on page 6 of the paper. Landlord kills, in quotation marks, tenant over 30 Ghana cedis ECG bail. Oh, interesting. That'll be an interesting story to read. Page 6 there. We are gearing up to govern Bawumia to MPs. I mean, this came up yesterday when he met the minority MPs at the end of their 2-day workshop as they prepare for the recall of the House, where he told the MPs that they are done with the introspection they've done. They now have to think about preparing to govern in 2029. Get details of that story in the Daily Guide about what he intends by that. Okay, now High Court determines Abronye bail today. Let's see how it goes. And this one says, I won't push for MPs removal. That's also something Dr. Bawumia said at this particular meeting, that he's not going to ask for anybody to be removed from the minority. You know, there were this rumor about the tussle for the minority leadership. People were saying that, well, it will be someone who's aligned to Dr. Bawumia who will be becoming the leader of the minority. But today, the flag bearer has allayed those fears to say that, well, I'm not pushing for anyone. I want the minority to be the way it is. And he praised them, said that they have been the last line for defense for Ghanaians. Those are the things Dr. Bawumia told the MPs when he met them yesterday. Let's do other papers. Here, the Inside newspaper. Nakba at 78, Palestinian envoy calls for urgent global action amid Gaza crisis. Get details on page 2 there. Mahama, he says health spending and investment, not welfare. That's the president speaking there about, how we Africans have to take our health into our own hands. Get details on page 3 of the paper. Oral not failing, NPP fears officials will go to jail. Ayine, that's the AG speaking there. Parliament reconvenes today amid packed new bills on the agenda. So get that to understand what will be happening in Parliament today. A lot of stories there. Get it, get details. The New Republic, Duka Fashion Wuntumi's rescue plan, and it talks about Duka. He's a witness in Chama Wuntumi's case. He was in court, I think, on Monday, and that's what the paper is reporting on. Okay, it continues to say, as twin scandal closing on NPP campaign. And I see Yes, thank you to all exposed. Okay, get details there. Ebola outbreak. That story is running because yesterday someone called and asked, we should be asking the health minister what our plan is. Ebola outbreak declared as Ghana raised alert level, okay, or raises alert level. So the minister should be telling us how we are preparing for this, you know. So that's the upon prepare land in Canada for new role, but questions linger in Accra barracks. Let's do majonline.com and then we can wrap it up here for you. Now, majonline.com, Charles Emisa's family sues 3 hospitals. Doctors and AG 620 million compensation. I heard people say this when the report came out, indicting those officials. Now the family have taken the matter up and are now asking for 20 million in compensation. Now 2028 jostling won't save NDC if Mahama government fails, Felix Kwachi-Ofosu says. And a time will come they must step aside. Kwachi-Ofosu wants ambitious appointees. Oh, okay. Get details of that there. Parliament reconvenes today. Temporary grid control room to be completed by September. Energy Minister John Jinapor says there are a lot of stories on there. You can go on there and get details. But let me come in studio and introduce to you my guest. Senior lecturer and political analyst and senior fellow at APL, Dr. Joshua Jebuntie Zato. Good morning, sir.
Fabrice, good morning. Good. Good morning. Well, it's good. The way Solomon is here, where it is in me, the way they are arresting people and jailing them for talking. And people say I talk a lot, so I don't know. I'm afraid that one day I'll just talk a lot. And like if I was abroad by now, I die. Me, I can't sleep in police cells. So, your mama, I'm begging you, don't let them arrest me. But the thing is that if a Gonja man arrests a Salaman, the gods of Gonja will strike you, so you cannot touch me. That is the only protection I have. Gonja cannot touch a Salaman. But that is it. So these days we come, I wake up early morning, we come to media and I'm afraid. Will I say something? And somebody will say, hey, because of what you said, we are going to take you to BNI. BNI, there's some stupidity in these things. Hold on. BNI is the foremost spy agency of this country. It's like saying that you stole a loaf of bread in New York, and the next day you're in the CIA custody. Like, it does, look, I can understand if it's the normal police. I can understand some of these things, but imagine that you just an MF.
We haven't started.
No, we have started. Oh, we can stop it. Okay, I'll take it. I'm just saying that these days, there's fear and panic in the society, in the community, and it's important that we say it.
Okay, so the next to him is Fifi Boafo, immediate past communications director for the Cocoa Board, and I hear he's gearing up for. Is it Takwa?
You are hearing things, eh?
Yeah, I'm hearing.
I'm hearing things.
Political communication, oh yes.
Okay. Well, Vivi, I hope all is well.
Oh, it could have been better, but we'll manage with this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then next to him is the man who is wearing the full Ashanti colors today, representing where, I think you're an Ashanti man, right?
Yes.
Are those Ashanti colors?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you haven't seen it. It's yellow, it's green,
and also private college colors. You know, I went to private college, so these are color.
Yeah. You know, I didn't know until I bought mine. Then so when someone educated me, I went to look at the flag. Look at the flag or 2 for uses. The colors are.
No, but he dresses differently for different occasions.
No, but the colors that represent the
my good friend Ashiru that brought it.
No, but check the flag. Check the flag. You see.
Did you pay receipt for it?
I paid.
The receipt. You paid the duty.
Solomon.
Want some? To bring you some.
Solomon knows.
So tell him to bring me some.
They are extending to
no, small greeting. They brought you a gift. You've not paid GRA taxes on it. You are sitting here pretending that it was like that. That's the way corruption starts.
Look, So they say if you check the Asanteman flag, you see these colors.
Oh, okay. They are bright.
You see they're very, very beautiful.
And it's also the Jamaican flag. So it tells you the relationship between Jamaica and Ashanti.
No, it is the relationship between you and Jamaica.
No, what is that your nickname again?
Sonny Rocky.
Sonny Rocky.
Ah, okay.
Hey, that's Jamaica. I won. Ja Rasta Solomon.
Okay.
Joshua.
Ja Rasta Solomon.
All right. Okay. Let's make progress. Now, yesterday, I got a lot of calls. People saying that they loved the discussion of yesterday. I hope we'll stay course, where we won't be, we will have a very peaceful discussion today, right?
It's difficult.
It's a very difficult one.
It has started.
Okay. Anyway, let's see. If it gets there and I will allow it. It's like the judge sitting in the courtroom. Sometimes you just allow things to flow, right? So we'll see. So he's shaking the head. Well, let's start with the Peace Council and the calls that they are making. If you listen to the Peace Council, they are asking cool heads to prevail. Now, AG, as I read there, is also saying that, well, they are not doing anything that is beyond the law. For example, in terms of how they are handling bail conditions and all, what have you, it is what the law says, and that's what they are doing. How do we really, meander our way through this process? Let me start with you, Zato.
Thank you very much. Before you can meander through any process, you must first try to understand what is happening. Because if you don't know the what, then you cannot begin to find solutions. So you must define what is happening. There are two things. There are three very powerful personalities I want to, on whose legs I want to stand today as I make this case. Okay. One of them is the Honorable Dr. Dominic Ayine, the Attorney General and a consummate academic, very brilliant man. He says there's no threat to freedom of speech, but he makes it that sometimes if you say something a little bit, you can your speech can be limited. I completely disagree with him on that one. Two, the second person is Mr. Samson Ladi Anyene, you own something Ladi Anyene, who has not hidden the fact that yes, there is a threat to freedom of speech and it is happening.
Yeah, he even wrote on it yesterday.
He wrote on it. He said yesterday that is there too. And three, there's a third person I want to introduce, Mr. Manasseh Azure Awuni. This morning he came out with an epistle, and the title is President Mahama, I feel ashamed. And look, I want to read. I will read this because my whole presentation this morning will be based on what Manasseh Azure. Because if you remember, Manasseh Azure is one of the journalists or the people who have been harassed and intimidated. In fact, reports had it that he had to run away from this country under Akufo-Addo for the sake of his life. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
And that he had to seek refuge in a foreign country. So if a man is seeking refuge, so this man becomes the quintessential man to tell you whether he believes that there's a threat to press freedom or not. This is how he starts his letter. Dear President John Mahama, in the 8 years of Akufo-Addo presidency, when the noose around the neck of pre-expressions remained forever tight, I was one of those who spoke out. Not only did I speak up, I also missed no chance to remind Ghanaians of the freedom we had enjoyed under your first term, largely due to your tolerance of free speech. I told them you were not as vindictive as the Akufo-Addo administration. I said these things not because I hated Akufo-Addo, neither was I campaigning for you as others constructed it. I lived that freedom under your presidency. I believed in your tolerance, your quest to see an atmosphere of free speech, and when you were the target of toxic vitriol. This is why I feel ashamed about what is happening now. It is as if we are in a military regime. Mr. President, this is a blot in your presidency. A severe dent in your high reputation as a friend of the media and guardian of free speech. This is not the President Mahama I know. The Mahama whose high tolerance of free speech I could vouch for. This is Manasseh Azure Awuni telling the president that 1.5 years into his administration, he's ashamed of him. 1.5 years into your administration, he's not proud of him. So we know the what. The what is that the people who have done it, that the freedom of speech is under serious threat and strain. The fact that the Peace Council had the right to issue a statement, we call that agenda setting in public policy studies. It's an acknowledgement of a problem. The moment the Peace Council says that we have seen tension rise due to this thing, agenda said, they have told you that we have acknowledged a problem. And that problem here is that freedom of speech is under threat. So we know the what. We know the what. The question is why? Why is it happening? The government is lashing out. The government feels frustrated. The government feels that the walls are closing in. And what you are seeing is that frustration, is that lashing out. If you go to my Joy online today, there's a story. 2028, Jocelyn would save NDC if Bahama government fails Felix Owusu-Kwakye. 1.5 years into your administration, you're already afraid that Jocelyn will not save your job. Before Felix Owusu-Kwakye made this, it was Mustafa Gbandi who said a similar thing, that look, whatever you are doing, they just let the infighting into the system. He even went ahead to attack Global Info Analytics, saying that their research is causing confusion and divisions within the NDC. And finally, it was the national chairman of the NDC who is going around 1.5 years to administration, telling Ghanaians that they should not take the promises and words of Dr. Bawumia that he will save them. Dr. Bawumia has not even started campaigning. He has not even started making any promises. He hasn't. Meanwhile, you're already afraid of him or afraid of what he's saying. So the why, and that is why I'm coming to the why. The why is because the NDC is waking up to a serious realization that two things are happening simultaneously. That members of the government have taken their eyes off the ball. They are not focusing on governing. They are not focusing on what? Materializing the Women Development Bank. When was the last time you heard about it? They are not focusing on operationalizing the 24-hour economy. When have you heard about it? They are not focusing on improving the lives, the poor, wretched lives of cocoa farmers, of maize farmers in Tumu, in Chalang, in Wallingjang, in Sesala East. They are not focused on improving the lives of rice farmers in Upper East, in Northeast, in the Northern region. They are not focused on improving the lives of farmers, of poultry farmers, and all these people. And the farmers are hitting back. Their MPs are hearing the woes and cries and pathologies of farmers. Their grassroots are complaining. As their national chairman is campaigning all over the country, wherever he goes, he hears this first hand from NDC members. And you see, that is what is unique about this case. The frustrations and the anger is coming from the NDC food soldiers themselves, who believe that they have been misled or they have been failed. So what you are now seeing that the government is trying to look for loose targets. They are looking for hanging fruits to attack. They are trying to shift the attention of the country from looking at the dangers, from looking at the disappointments, from looking at the massive failures. They are rather saying, look there, don't look here. They are rather looking, they are weaponizing these laws to make sure that they frustrate, suppress, and cow members of the NPP and other ordinary citizens into docility and into what? Fear and panic. It doesn't work. There's something you know about the NPP. Somebody said that the NPP is better and does well when it is under stress, when it is under pressure. The NPP does better when it feels the whole might of the state against it. That's how they succeeded under Jerry John Rawlings. That's how they succeeded, and the tradition didn't die under the obnoxious laws of Kwame Nkrumah and other people. The point I'm making a very good point. There's no opposition in the world who does wave their soul that will crumble because of state pressure and state persecution. What the NDC is doing is bad and it's wicked. Let's join the Manasseh Azure Awene. Let's join the Samson Ladi Ayenenis. People have said it, and it's true. Some of this has happened under Akufo-Addo. It did. Azure Awene says that. I will not sit here and pretend it didn't happen. It happened. A lot. Some of them happened. The numbers are there. Then the question then people there are asking is, and that is what has made Awene to say that he's ashamed of the president. Because he believed that the president was Mahama was more tolerant. He believed that there would have been a reset. But what he's saying is that not only is there no reset immediate freedom, it's getting progressively worse. And that is what scares him. That is what should scare you. If it doesn't scare you, because this thing is some way. Yesterday, Abronya was a very powerful regional chairman. Nobody could touch him. Am I lying? Yesterday, he was very powerful regional chairman and a board chairman or a board member. You couldn't touch Abronya. Today, Abronya is sleeping in police cells. BNI cells. Today, Abronya is there. The family says that he has not eaten. The family says that his health is weakening. Today, Abronya has been reduced to a prisoner of the state. And that is the what power is. It's so transparent. Today, you are that powerful, overpowering. Tomorrow, And we've seen this movie again and again. So please, dear apologies of this brutal, regressive regime. Dear apologies of the people whose only defense is to make a false equivalency. It happened yesterday, it's happening again. Yes, it happened yesterday and it's happening now. And guess what? Unless men and women of courage stand up, raise their hand and say, the buck stops here, we'll just keep doing it. And if we are all just doing it, guess what? By the time it gets to you, there will be nobody, absolutely nobody to fight for.
All right, I'm grateful. And so let me bring you in here. Now, if you look at the fact that a lot more people are talking about these, abuses, people being arrested for expressing their opinions, is it time for government to do an introspection to say, well, maybe we need to put the brakes here?
Well, I'm not too sure your definition or classification of a lot more people are talking about it is accurate. If you say a lot more people are talking about it, what is? Can you expatiate further for me?
If you check social media, a lot of people are talking about this, and I'm taking it even from my senior Samson Ladia Enini, who has been, he's been speaking against it for a long time. Manasseh has also said, and that's why I asked, is it time for government to look at these people talking to say, can we then put the brakes on this? But Attorney General is also promising that they would. He says, I want to reiterate that we will respect the rights and freedoms of every Ghanaian.
So let's say that Samson has expressed an opinion. Let's also say that Manasseh has expressed an opinion. And let's dissect the matters.
Okay.
That's how I want us to put it.
Dissect it.
So that it does not become as though because they said it, then that is it.
Okay.
We must set the bar and then get it straight. Again, my brother Zato used a terminology which I want to center this whole discussion. So he said agenda setting. And that is how I see what the Peace Council has done. It's agenda setting. Kojo, do you really believe, do you really, in your heart of hearts, look straight into my face, mano a mano, and tell me that there is political tension in this country?
Yes.
Did I ask you?
Oh, he's my friend. I can answer for you.
So, okay, then a lot of questions you will answer on his behalf.
No problem.
So, could you accept?
Boss, well, our boss, no. We have not acknowledged our boss as
He says he is answering for you. And I want to find out whether he has your consent to be doing that.
When I want to give him my consent, I will.
So, this one,
let him answer.
So, you believe strongly that there is political tension in the country?
Is it about?
No.
It is not my opinion. Really.
We are discussing.
We are discussing what the Council of State have put out today. Let's discuss what the Council of State has said. They've said that.
No, the National Peace Council.
The National Peace Council. They say there is tension. Let's stay.
So I read their piece, and what I gathered from what they wrote was that because of the utterances of the minority leader Afenyo Markins, because of what Abronye's incarceration, as you put it, because of the utterances of Salam Mustafa, there is political tension. Is that what qualifies to be a political tension?
Is there not?
How can me, as a United Party member, control what Afenyo Markin says? How can I, as a United Party member, control what Salam Mustafa says?
They have a huge following.
Who told them they have huge following?
Oh.
They are deceiving themselves.
How? The fact is there.
Which fact is that?
How many votes did they poll in the last election?
And who told you all those that voted for them belong to the NPP? That's a mistake you are making.
Strike an average. How many people do you think belong to the NPP?
What I know is that election 2028, every political party will be started from point zero. To that extent, human beings are not ducks that are put somewhere, and by 4 they say you are going to vote in this direction.
But there are people who say they belong to UP, aren't there?
I don't believe it until you go and vote for us.
Okay.
It's what is counted that matters, not the mere fact that you saw a lot of people wearing a t-shirt. Is that not the case? So it doesn't matter. It is what is put in the ballot that matters. But what I'm saying is that if indeed it's not agenda setting that the Peace Council wants the entire country to go on a roller coaster, the very statement they are issuing, they shouldn't have generalized, they should have been specific. That minority leader you have heard, you are creating confusion in the system. That Salam Mustafa, a young man growing up, you cannot be threatening an entire state. That they will talk to Abonye that, look, some of your utterances are above board, a cause to question the peace of the country. Then we know you are dealing with matters. But you, for the Peace Council to come and generalize it, was the Peace Council in this country when the Archbishop Duncan Williams was being taken to the cleaners. As a matter of fact, the composition of the Peace Council includes the Christian Council. One of your members was taken to the cleanest. I have never heard such a vituperation descended on a man, a harmless person who had never done anything to Abronye. But the Peace Council did not see the need to issue a statement on that matter. So if they are coming out, you see, peace is not issuing statements and behaving as though you are neutral. Peace is telling the one who is at fault that you are at fault, so that we move on. By the way, we were in this country,
but they call for restraint. Is that not
restraint from who?
Both parties.
Which parties?
Let me.
Which parties are? No. Which parties are involved in this matter?
Say again.
Which parties are involved in this matter?
Which parties are involved?
I don't know. I only know of the NPP ranting. I don't know the other party. Which party is involved? So you tell me the parties, and just suppose with the statement that they have issued, whether or not it represents a body that is really calling for peace.
As if the NDC is arresting.
You are a peace council. Tell them that you are misbehaving.
So you have a...
No, it's NDC not arresting people.
NDC is a government.
Hold on.
So, what sort of life do you want to...
So when the Peace Council says, and I quote, political parties,
yes,
they are communicators, and actors must refrain from making unsubstantiated, inflammatory statements and actions that have potential to incite.
That is hollow statement. It's a hollow statement. Political parties, communicators, they have name. When I come and sit here, I have a name.
Oh, but so they should list everybody.
No, but they know the people who have done that. Why are they refraining and generalizing it? And when you do that, you are encouraging impunity. You are not solving problems. You are not causing peace. You know the person that did it. You know the person that has been insulting. You know the position of the minority leader. You know Salam Mustafa, who is calling for war in this country. You cannot call them out and you are generalizing it and you say peace council. That is not peace. And that is why I agree with that when it says agenda setting. Because the Peace Council started as not a body that was sanctioned by an act of parliament. Remember in 2005, they started under President Akufo-Addo's regime. And we know. So if they want to come out clean, they should come out. They shouldn't create an impression. You see,
what do you know?
What I know is that this statement is just to create an impression in the minds of the Ghanaian that there is political tension when there is none.
So is that what you mean by we know?
That's the point. You want to set agenda for us, and it clearly came from the mouth of Zwato. You were in this country when President Akufo-Addo granted an interview to France 24. What did he tell the entire world? That's a president that doesn't arrest anybody. But you're not in this country. That is the judiciary doing its work. So how would I come here and say that it is the president of the day that is arresting? And that is why I have a difficulty with Manasseh's piece that you want to heavily rely.
I want to tender in that evidence.
Oh, tender. That's why I'm very happy that give it to me. Give it to me.
You have crooked.
So when President Akufo-Addo had told you that presidents do not arrest, that is not his duty, and that it is the utterances of people that get them into difficulty. And today, you have somebody disagreeing with that. Or in what form, in what way would President Mahama cause for the arrest of...
So what you're saying is that tomorrow, if you are picked up for something you said on the set, we shouldn't defend that they are fighting.
No, let me tell you, when I was in the NPP, let me give you a personal story. I'm not one of those that easily fight systems. I was the campaign manager for Vicky Bright when I was in the NPP against Ahmed. They went and edited my voice and said I had threatened to kill the constituency chairman of Okakwe South, Azula. Now, based on that, they were in Kawuch. They were doing their own things. They took me to court. I knew what was happening. I realized it was pure politics. I instructed my lawyers at the Kaneshi Magistrate Court, don't make it political news. I don't want that. I will use the legal system to fight it. The judge was misbehaving. I caused my lawyers to file certiorari. We went up there. Later, the judge had to run from it. You understand? So if me, as I'm sitting here, police come and pick me. Hallelujah. You pick me roughly, I will sue you. The Julobi, those people that were accosted or, as it were, arrested, have they not gotten judgment from the court that the police must pay to them 150,000 for their wrongful act? That is what serious minds do. And what baffles me is that those that are speaking, if you take Afenyo, he's a lawyer. He knows that if something untoward is happening to the client, there are legal remedies. In any case, well, you know, in this country, when in July of 2024, Afenyo himself advised us in Parliament that no executive arm under the sun in this country, nobody, he told us, and these are his words, nobody must tell anybody that the executive arm can control the judiciary. Afenyo was the one that was telling us. So how can you have a 360 degrees and then be having a different position? When you do that, that is why people no longer trust politicians. So even on your own words, you cannot even follow your own principal position. So why would the citizens accept your promises that you give to them that when you come you will deliver? Because you don't value your words. You get my point. Now we come to issues of political abuse, guardian of free speech. And let's see whether Zato, that is trying to pontificate together with his party, will survive it.
Which party? He's
a new patriotic party member. Don't let it.
You move on.
No, I won't move on. Let us clear that.
We are not clearing anything. Move.
Yeah, so Zato's party. Nanabi was the one that submitted the petition to the diplomatic corps. Is that not the case? Nanabi himself, in my lifetime, I have never seen a communicator on live radio attack a fellow communicator. One of your own stations, Asempa Ekusise, in 2019, Nanabi actually slapped Sami Jemfi. You remember that incident?
I don't remember.
How would you remember? Refer to it.
I don't remember.
Get your producers to put it on there.
I'm being frank.
So I am alerting your address. Fortunately, it's one of your sister stations.
Oh, Sami, my friend, if I remember, I would have said it.
That's the point. So I am reminding you what has happened. We have lived through a lot of things. So let us heal ourselves. Sami Jemfi was attacked, not just by Nanabi, but Collins, what is the name of the former MP for Manchia North?
Collins Amankwa.
Collins Amankwa. On the same set. Why they said Sami Jemfi was saying things that insulted the integrity of President Akufo-Addo. It happened in this country. What were they doing? What were they seeking to achieve by then? They were guarding free speech.
But that wasn't a state on an individual or a citizen. It was citizen to citizen.
That makes it even dangerous.
How is it dangerous? We're talking about, no, hold on. We're talking about when the system is trying to suppress someone's free speech.
What is that?
And when you
what is the system? It is human beings that makes up the system. And I'm telling you, on the individual, even people that are not clothed with powers.
It's possible they were chasing the same girl. And that
people that were not clothed with the state powers were even trying very hard to gag colleagues from speaking. And that's it. I'm not done. We are doing Q&A. Why do you want to cut? Hey, you don't bring this. You allowed him to flow. I have sat here. You are doing Q&A with me. And you are saying, hey, don't even go there. You have the same time. He that submitted the petition was gagging.
But you can't also gag me here.
Exactly.
When it's time, I'll stop.
There's okay. If your cameras could capture,
they will capture.
January of 2022, arrest Mensa Thompson for fake news publication. That is Nanabi. Now, do you remember Tiana SHS, 8 girls in 2023? The girls had put camera on themselves, 8 girls, secondary school girls. Underage. Good. And said that Nana Akufo-Addo was not treating them well. The free SHS wasn't going well. And so described the head size. That Nana Akufo-Addo's head was that big. For saying that Nana Akufo-Addo's head was big, the girls were dismissed. Are you with me?
Yes.
Now you talk about various arrests. My goodness.
No, what happened after the arrest?
What happened after the arrest was that Nana Akufo-Addo, together with the Education Ministry, decided that because there was a public backlash, they would then review the punishment. So this was the statement issued by the Ministry of Education.
Yes.
And with your permission, I read.
Read.
The President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, has intervened in the above subject after his attention was drawn to it. Consequently, the Minister of Education, Dr. Yao Seduchum, has directed the Ghana education to consider an alternative disciplinary action instead of dismissal. So Nana Akufo-Addo believes.
Yes. School children should not be insulting their parents.
Absolutely.
I can say, Francis Xavier Junior Seminary. If you insulted an adult living at home when you were on vacation, you would pay.
School children must not be punished. And adults too must not be punished.
Land.
Akufo-Addo intervened. Why is Muhammad intervening in Abronye?
Akufo-Addo did what?
Intervene in this case.
And vary the
yes. So why is Muhammad not intervening in the Abronye case?
But what is your understanding of separation of powers?
No. Oh, good. Was this no separation of powers?
No, this one there, it was his minister.
But
this one was his minister.
But Solo, why you were expecting him to say that let them go scot-free just like that?
Have I said so? I am only drawing your attention that when an state institution feels that something untoward has happened and they are carrying through their mandate, what is expected of us? If we believe that what is going on is not right, there are laws or remedies to that. And that my disappointment is that when you have lawyers who ought to know, why do you think we have appellate jurisdiction? Why do you think that when a lower court does something and we don't agree with it, we go to the higher court? If indeed the lawyer believes that what has happened to Abonye falls foul of the law, he knows what to do. He came to lie to, and that's why I want to conclude, Afenyo Marcus, that I've already exposed you that he himself does not believe that the executive can interfere in the affairs of the judiciary. Yet today he is telling us that the executive indeed can interfere. Now he had told us on Sunday during his press conference that the judge had remanded Abonye till the case terminates. Or the case is determined. Is that not the case? Now this is the judge. By court, the accused is hereby remanded into BNI custody to reappear before the court at the next adjourned date. Emphasis mine.
But they say
prosecution
but they argue.
Yes.
I did this on Top Story, so I remember. They argue that the statement.
Who argued? First of all, who argued?
The NPP.
Yes.
The statement in court is different from the
what is in court?
Why are you saying
No, why would you say
in court?
This is
This is
the crime against humanity. I don't expect you to believe that. No, I won't accept that.
When you go to court,
yes,
and you come and tell me that the judge said this. But why? Weren't you in this country?
Hold on.
I can't believe Kojo. Oh, what are you saying?
What are you talking about?
Weren't you in this country when a judge gave a ruling and within hours changed part of the ruling? Weren't we?
Listen to me. So when lawyers go to court, they don't take the verbal disposal of the judge as what represents what happened. That's why they all go for the ruling of the court. So if they were that minded, they would have gone for
They said they went there.
No, well, so they lied to you. Instead of you calling them to apologize.
Thank you.
No, you are telling. No. We have to stand them.
Thank you.
Why in this?
Thank you.
So you don't know that
if we want to do this, we'll do this forever.
But you have shortened me.
I have not shortened you.
But
you've spoken for a long time.
I've not spoken for a long time. I did a Q&A, but I love it. All right. Everybody will know his levels today.
I will start by touching on the about the ruling in court and what NPP came out in what the judge's ruling eventually.
If we have an idea,
it tells you how bizarre the situation is. It tells you how worried every Ghanaian must be, such that you have a court ruling and sentencing somebody or asking someone to go into the BNI cell till the matter is finally determined. And by the time his ruling is out, you find something different from what he said in court. Then it gives you a reason to be worried that indeed all is not well. All is not well because within a month,
are you not going to ask him whether he has the benefit of what the judge said, so that we play, so that we see whether it contradicts what is not?
You can't record.
No, so on what basis is he making? Was he in court himself?
When you were speaking, he was
he interjected.
No,
he didn't.
But
why are you not asking him questions?
I sat here quietly.
All right, it's okay. All right, it's okay.
And
Thank
give you the respect you
deserve. Thank you very much.
And you should reciprocate that.
Sorry for that.
Thank you.
I will take my notes. You give me time to rebut. Yeah.
So
I interrupted you, so you can interrupt.
Back to the point that we are not in normal times. We are not obviously in normal times. And if we were Ghanaian, if we are concerned about our country, if we are concerned about the peace of our country, you should be asking questions. You should be speaking against what is happening. And it's good to hear the Peace Council make the point that all of us as political actors must exercise some restraint, what we say and what we do. I am not going to say that as member of the NPP, so if somebody within the NPP has said something that inflames passion, we should encourage it. We should all take a cue. But it is also important to look at what caused it or why are we here. Kojo, within a space of a month, you have Baba Amando picked up from Sunyani. Sunyani has a police administration. In fact, there's a police district, division, and region. They could not try Baba Amando or handle his case in Sunyani. He was brought to Accra. I read a narrative from him that was explaining how, the manner in which he was transported from Sunyani to Accra. Within a month, Isando in Central Region, he's been brought to Accra. There's no police in Central Region to handle his matters. Within the same month, Abronye has been brought to Accra, among others who within the NDC 1.5 years in office have taken them through this very, very, very bizarre way of going through a legal process. There must be a cause for you as a Ghanaian to be worried. And start asking questions.
But the question we need to ask is, are they doing contrary to what the law says?
So yes, I'll get to that. What the law says, police administration have jurisdiction. I started by saying, what was the reason for bringing Baba Amando to Accra? Is there no police station in Sunyani? If Baba Amando has done something wrong, I am not his lawyer. Of course, we can go into the issues, what the things he's said. But if Baba Amando has done something wrong, is there no a police station in Sunyani? Why was he brought to Accra? If there was not a special interest or to show him where power lies in training Bibi Kakra, would there be a reason to bring Baba Amando from Sunyani to Accra? Isando. Is there no police in the Central Region? Why do you bring Isando to Accra? It should tell you that this is not the normal police doing the police work, but rather someone using the force of the state to what we call teach people a lesson. You know what is happening?
If I can just, maybe they brought them because the Medina court is a specialized court. Do we have specialized court?
Allow him to make his
But he has to ask you that because I'm very surprised that you are allowing this to fly. No, but I'm very surprised that you are allowing this to fly.
He's a lawyer, but you're also a lawyer. Sorry.
Let's move on. So, apart from that, there is a trend emerging, and all of us must be worried. Kojo? The new trend emerging is that now arrests and bail condition has become a new punishment regime in our country. Bail condition and arrest has now become a punishment regime under the NDC. Arrest is not supposed to be punishment, and a bail is not a form of punishment. It is only when a competent jurisdiction, a court of competent jurisdiction, has found you guilty, that is when you are supposed to serve a term. Now, when
but isn't that why they bring them from wherever they are?
There's a police station there.
Yes, but
the police has capacity.
I know the court.
The police there, they are paid. The police there, they have been trained. The police there, they know what to do. So bringing them to Accra is a non-starter.
But I know the court also have, is it coordinate jurisdiction or so? I don't know if that
yes, the High Court has jurisdiction over.
Yeah, so it means that they can bring one person from this locality to the
So ask yourself, why would you bring the person? Do you know it's a cost to you? The taxes you pay, that is what is used to transport the people. The peace goer, they put abroad in. It is my money, your money that was used to buy it. The fuel we use, it is my money, your money. That is what they are using. So if they are abusing it, there must be a reason for you to question it. Why? They can just take the person from his house to the police station in his hometown. They rather go and bring the people to Accra.
I can't believe this is happening here.
Waste fuel. Waste resources. Please, I listen to you. But let me continue the point I was making.
Is cooking.
Can you give me 2 minutes of his time to...
Please, my time should be given to you. Wow.
Oh,
that's refreshing. Kojo, I said arrests and bail condition is becoming the new punishment regime under the NPP. Why do I say arrest is becoming a punishment regime? You are hauled from one part of the country to another. He was not... Oh, that's a statement of fact, Kojo. They went to the police, they went to the Signals Bureau, they went to the BNI, they went to Yoko. It was later on. Then someone hinted at Oshawa before they were told that indeed the gentleman has been picked up. Why must that be a problem? Look at the trauma you took the family through. What is wrong by just telling the family? Or what is wrong by just allowing the gentleman to communicate to his family that he has been picked up because of this? Allowing the gentleman to have legal representation, a constitutional right, a natural right of an individual, he was denied. Is that not punishment? That's by the side. Look at what is happening in court, in the Yoko and other places, and even in court, unfortunately. People are arrested. Rule of natural justice. And then the jurisprudence in this country. Everyone is deemed innocent until the person has been proven guilty. The people are arrested. They said, oh, because you are accused of X, 500 million, 200 million worth of property.
Depends on the magnitude of your offense.
You see, it is not to say that because you are, it is just to ensure that you will be produced at the next sitting. Why do we even have self-recognizance bail? We know Kojo Breeze. We know Solomon. He is always moving from one TV station to one radio station.
Yes.
He won't run away. So allow him to go.
Your bail condition, you will bring the liver of a lion on you. Liver of a lion, you Solomon.
Allow him to go. If we don't find him, next morning go to join us. You'll find him there.
He's sitting down there. Drinking P2.
So if the person could be produced, what is the point in saying that you need to produce a property worth 500 million before the person is allowed to go home? You see, when you do that, it is just a way of making sure that... Please, Solo. It is just to make sure that the person is not able to go home, so he suffer in police cells. You know, that there was a story we used to hear those days growing up, where they say when you go to a juju man, they say kofa once na akuma bra kofa kotre boy bra.
What is that? What does that mean?
The nail of a lizard or the heart of a housefly.
Those will be your bail conditions. Yes, you Solomon.
I don't have a problem.
It is just a way of making sure that you are able to produce what they are asking for, and that is what the NDC is doing now. Just to give you bail conditions, they know very well that it will be practically impossible for you to meet, so that they keep you.
But that's what Solo is saying, that because there's an appellate jurisdiction of some court,
see, we are
there to
not
appeal.
supposed to set a bad standard and a bad precedent in our country and say that use the appellate. If it is bad, it is bad.
The appellate to correct the bad that you are
No, Solo. If I come here and I slap you, which I will never do.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And because there is a court, so we say that, oh, but then because there's a court, why can't we take him to court? The act was bad and he must be condemned. So not because there is a court, so when you do something wrong, you say that, but then he has an opportunity for redress. So what he did, don't talk about it. What he did is bad, it must be said, it's bad. We know Afenyo Markin. Solo was talking about Afenyo Markin and the things he has said in Parliament and all that. Anyone who knows Afenyo Markin, he knows him as a gentleman who is not in the business of going about issuing threats or speaking intemperate language. That's not him. So if you get to a stage where Afenyo Markin is speaking the way he is,
not backed by facts,
you must be worried.
No, you have to be worried of what he's saying.
It must be a concern for you that why are we here?
Okay.
Because there's an account saying, Kojo, that says Upam Hufwa to the Bema.
Which is not
thank you. Thank you very much.
What does that mean?
Thank you. No, I'll thank you. I'm grateful.
Let me land.
But you have landed. You didn't give me this opportunity.
I'm grateful.
He has allowed you to flow.
Phoebe, I'll come back to you.
30 minutes.
Phoebe, I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you.
That was it here.
No, that's not true. That's a complete lie. David Bondi
just let me know that this thing is his mobile phone. It has a time.
That's what I was telling you.
I'll show you how to.
David Bondi is MP for Timokwa constituency and a board member of SIC. David, when he was speaking, I see you too. You were really eager to come into it. Where do you disagree with him?
And let me say good morning to you.
There was a very important point I wanted to make. Honorable Council. No, if you indulge me 1 minute. What I want to say is that the NDC, unfortunately, is pushing a certain path, which I find it unfortunate.
You can't start statement
because these are people, whenever you talk about some of the things happening today, they will be quick to say that, oh, but it happened under the NPP. Oh, but this happened under the NPP. I am, just like Dr. Zato said, I am not going to sit here and say that under the NPP, people were not arrested. But as a country, there is the need for us to make progress. If you complain about something, if you felt something was wrong, and indeed went to the voter and promised the voter that you are going to reset our country, improve on what was wrong yesterday, inherit that government and do worse things, then what the question you should ask yourself, or what the Ghanaians will be asking, is that what then is the essence of this so-called democracy, where people come to us, promise us that give us mandate, give us the opportunity to
the question you should ask is, when all those things were happening, what was he for his position on?
Don't worry, let me Mr. Bondi will do justice.
All right.
Yeah, Bondi.
All right.
Anyway, good morning once more to our cherished viewers and my constituents. Akufo Timokwa is always on my heart, and want to say good morning to the chiefs and the elders of Akufo Timokwa, the DC, and everybody. I have listened to all these, complaints and all these agitations from the NPP camp and all that. The NDC is harassing them and all that, arresting their activists and their people here and there. I have listened and I've sat back and listened carefully. Kojo, number one, did the court acted unconstitutionally? Did you find anything like that? That the reminding a suspect into a custody to reappear at the next adjoined case, an adjoined date, is it unconstitutional? Did any of them prove that act by the court was unconstitutional? I mean, I don't know whether the constitution has been changed within these few months that we've been in government. Is that the first time it's happening? Has the model of operandi changed all of a sudden? Has the security services changed their way of doing things? That is unconstitutional that they are complaining about. Remember Kweku Anyedoho. And I'm not the type that want to, begin to refer to former cases and to think that I'm doing equalization and all that. And that will not help our country. But you see, what this gentleman said recently, that if you arrest our people again, we'll bend down your national, office and all that. All the statements that are coming now, one of them threatening the police that they said will marry school and all that. Are those things different from what Kojo-Addo might have said, that he was arrested and His Excellency Mahama at the time might have to go to the police station up and down and all that? Do you know Honorable Francis Xavier Sosu? Did you see how the police used this Arnold Schwarzenegger style, chasing him in church and all that? Has the operations of the police service changed within these few days that we've been in government? What is this complaint about? My brother, Fifi, all that Abronye said, will you be able to open your mouth to say it? You will never do that because I know you're a very nice gentleman.
Maybe you'll be able to say it.
Number two, let all the NPP guys who are chasing after Abronye's arrest and detention right now come and tell us that the way Abronye raised insult on people like His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, people like they themselves, their own man, the former Dr. Anani, Dr. Richard Anani, that fine gentleman who don't even want matters for himself. That allegation and insults. You see, when we're growing up, okay, one of the things we're taught growing up was to respect elderly, because it's our culture in Ghana showed us to respect and to be truthful and honest, and not to show disrespect to elderly, to be truthful and honest in the things we say and do. Those of you who are glorifying this behavior, statements and these acts of individuals in your party, that the security agencies are doing their work, and you have all the problems that you have against the security agencies and the court, will you be able yourself sit before cameras and do the things they do? If you won't do because they are bad, why are you glorifying what they do? Why don't you call them and talk to them that, hey, this is not Ghana, and this is... Listen to me, my brother. Can you make your political point without insulting both NDC activists and NPP activists? Can you just go look at the camera and make your political point without insulting? Can you... Listen, to extend that you are calling a judge of wearing kotoku or the kotoku obishanitia.
What is kotoku?
Sack.
Ah.
And you are glorifying that, applauding a whole regional chairman of your party going that low against our judiciary, and you are applauding him, glorifying that, making noise all around, that such a person is being remanded to police custody to reappear to court the next court date, and that is what has not happened in this country before. Tell me the law that have been breached. So why are we doing all this to ourselves? In any case, if we can't call a wrongdoing, then what are we doing in this country? The fact that somebody will say, oh, it happened and Akufo-Addo, we condemn it. And so today is happening. When you arrest, they will say it is equalization. Therefore, don't do it. What kind of society are we building? Tell me the kind of society you want us to build. What is wrong yesterday, must it be right today because government has changed? Must it be right today because government has changed? The Peace Council. Today, the Peace Council, of which I respect so much, today they found their voice again. They found their voice again. I'm sure Mate and other people will begin to come in now.
Oh, but the Peace Council,
because the NPP has changed.
Lost his voice.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Really?
Today they found their voice again.
Matters like this.
And when they found their voice...
He said a lot.
Can I have my turn?
Let him speak.
Allow the honorable.
When they had their turn, now that they found their voice, all that they could say is that there is a political tension in this country. What is political tension? Is it you are a political, what's a political?
I thought you were asking.
What have you, right?
Question. I wanted to answer.
Hold on.
Oh, that's all.
My brother,
it's a rhetorical.
Is it when individuals from one political party make reckless statements and they are called by the security agencies to answer for, that constitutes a political unrest in the country? That the Peace Council couldn't call out those who are misbehaving against the law? Nana Addo Akufo-Addo said that if individuals behave and misconduct themselves against the law, and the law is dealing with them, the executive has nothing to do with that. Didn't you hear that? What is all this noise about?
What is your position on that?
Of course, what is the position? Is that
no,
the wrong
position? What was
yes,
it?
Absolutely.
When you said that?
Oh, that was right, because wrong is wrong at the time. Today, wrong is wrong. Right is right at the time. Today, right must be right. Can we begin to be principles for once, in order to grow our country?
Okay.
My brother Kojo,
yeah.
Just tell the NPP guys to mention one of the things that these guys are doing and they have been arrested, and if they will do same. Look,
what are you doing?
Abronye was able to speak, and sometimes, I think that the police service should even up their game and do more.
Arrest more.
Those that are calling and are threatening the police that their kids are in school, they will deal with them. By now, they should be picked. Those that are threatening that if the police should go ahead and do their lawful duty by arresting people they feel that have some questions to answer, they will burn some political party's head office, they should be arrested by now. The arrest must not cease until the misconduct, the misbehavior ceases. We cannot live in a country where sentiment and agitation become the order of the day. The law must work, and it must not be a respecter of individual.
Okay.
And that is why it is important to realize the Peace Council must redirect their caution and their whatever, if it's a statement they issued, to wrongdoers to stop wrongdoing so that the arrest will stop.
Okay.
Can we live in a country where we live as if we are in a jungle, where people go around and be insulting and we should just forget about it?
Okay.
In any case, somebody should point one wrongdoing that the judge did against the Constitution or the police against the Constitution. Then we can talk about it.
Okay.
Other than that, what kind of noise are we making where we should be talking about how we got out of IMF and be talking about the very good things that Atuforsen is doing, how the economy is growing and all that, the bread and butter issues, and today we wake up and all we can talk about is that people misconduct themselves, the police is arresting them.
Thank you.
And so what's all this about? What's all this about?
I need an education.
What I don't easily get.
I need an education, gentlemen. Hold on for me.
Quick one. No, I'm only drawing.
I don't know. Are you the one conducting the program?
No, hold on.
Are you the one moderating the program?
Yes, I'll come to you.
You are the people.
I don't know why you don't want to have a little place.
Protecting people.
Yes.
Black bearer in the end.
Did I mention that?
Hold on.
Did I mention that?
You are the people.
Did I mention that?
You said that you're asking people should give you the laws that the law agencies have breached for putting people right when they go against
exactly.
The law. When you said one, is that Abronye, who said that the judge has put the sack on
Abronye?
What provision in the law did he breach by that?
But that is for the court to determine. They have not determined.
But he is asking.
He's talking about the remand.
Can I answer the question? Because I've asked the question.
Please.
Can I answer the question?
Please,
what wrong does anybody make?
Can I answer the question?
This is prejudicial.
What wrong?
He will answer. Allow him.
One commit by saying.
Don't be swayed by Solo, I beg you.
I'm not, nobody's swayed anything. I ain't coming member of contestant in the.
Now listen.
My
goodness, Nipa do.
Can I have
order?
Whatever statement that Abronye made, the police service found that statement was not right. And then he was arrested and put before court to justify the statement he made. Are you sure it is in my capacity to come and determine the merits and the dismerits of the
isn't that what some journalists might
listen. Can you listen?
Speaking again.
Let me listen.
When someone says,
so listen. Oh God, listen. I am not here to determine the merit and demerit of the case. I am saying that putting a suspect in custody to reappear the next day in court does not constitute any breach of the Constitution I know about. That's the point I'm saying. I am not here to determine the merit or demerit of the case. Hello, I am not determining whether or not he had done wrong or not. I am saying that the act everybody is shouting about is that why should Abronye be reminded? When did it become constitutional, issues? When a court of competent coordinate remand a suspect in custody to reappear, when did it become breach of the Constitution?
Thank you. Yeah, that's all.
When?
Thank you.
So what is all this about?
I'll give you 2 minutes.
First, quick one. First, on my joint line, Felix, so what's the question is saying that
if you want us to determine the case here as court, then say we should determine the case. And that is not what we're doing.
Give me his 2 minutes.
And you want to justify why somebody should not be arrested? Are you the lawyer for somebody?
Give him his 2 minutes.
Allow.
But give me 2 minutes. Give me
2 minutes. Felix, so what's the question is on my joy online saying that jostling for power won't save you. You are sitting here projecting Akufo, so you are. I take
exception to that, and I think you must withdraw that without a want.
Number two.
I think he must withdraw that right now whilst I am here. And that I do not. No, hold on. That is not to go. It won't go. Sato, it won't go.
He's not doing that.
Listen. When I made a statement that instead of talking about how we exited from IMF,
it's fine.
led by Dr. Atuforsen, what is that protecting
the same
all
IMF
about?
where Atuforsen and his team are telling us that
no.
Exited,
I am asking
the
to
IMF is still going to have a
possibly apologize to me. Otherwise, we are not getting up here.
How did that find way in the conversation
that is what it is. Because you don't go run and tell people on this set in any case, if I project Atuforsen,
it's fine.
Is he not more qualified than that?
That is the reason why Akufo-Addo is telling you that please stop, allow the president.
So if I project Atuforsen, is he not more qualified than your candidate
allow the
to be president of the Republic of Ghana? How do you begin to
hello, gentlemen.
I take exception to that.
Gentlemen, we are still on TV. We are still on TV. He's made it.
Please.
Everybody has heard him. It's fine.
How do you do? In any case, if I project Atuforsen will be president. What's wrong about that? What's wrong about that?
It's okay. Let's make progress. I beg you. Let's make progress. Yes.
Number two, if you condemn Abronye, but you keep mute or defend Kevin Taylor, you are a big fat witch. You can't.
I'm sure you are not listening to me.
Then, there was a question that was asked. Is the president the police or the BNI? Yes, Manasseh Azura Awuni actually has an answer to that question. He says, why have I left out the police and judiciary to focus on you? Manasseh actually answered this question. He says, an elder who sits at home and watches the children eat the forbidden snake will not be left out when the roll call of the snake eaters is taken.
I'm sorry, that is not.
That
separation of powers. Separation of powers are not. You don't go and take some action to come and justify your doing. When there are separation of powers, judiciaries and the executives are different. Said by Akufo-Addo himself, and then you come and justify that with some local adage. When the separation of powers justified by Akufo-Addo himself. What are you saying?
Separation of powers. I will tell you this.
What are you saying?
Powers. The executive is not separated from the president. The president appointed the IGP. The IGP is not a separate power from the executive. If you don't know, let me teach you. The president appointed the BNI director. It's not separate from the executive. The separation of powers is between the executive, legislature, and judiciary. IGP is a member of the executive arm. Director of the BNI is a member of the executive arm. They are not separate from the president. And that is the question I'm making here, both in government and league. That is. So if you don't know, let me teach you. So Azira is now making this point. He says, your appointees, the IGP and the BNI director, that's what this is how you can. You appointed the IGP, you appointed the director of BNI. The political office holders whose complaints have led to the arrest of Johnson are your appointees. He goes on, and they are not clothed. The IGPs can be sacked today by you. The director of BNI can be closed by you, so they are not clothed by the separation of powers. Don't throw weights you don't know. Then he came out to here. Your appointees, calling your appointees and secretary agents to order is not an interference in their lawful duty. It is safeguarding the integrity of our democracy, protecting the constitutionally granted freedoms of the people. There is a reason members of the governing party are not the target. The security agencies and some judges have resorted to these shameful actions because they are too eager to please the political authority headed by you. As we experienced in the past, members of the incumbent party do worse and get away with it. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
All right.
Okay.
Are you done? So very, very important, very quick. You see, I'm very happy that he believes so much in that paragraph of Manasseh Azuri, and it tells me that indeed.
Actually, I remember I attended the whole thing into
allow him.
They did something to me.
No, me, I never did so. I never.
It was Bondi. Okay, where he starts.
To Bondi, not me.
Thank you.
I didn't do anything to you.
You see, he has thrown you under the bus.
Yeah, I didn't do anything.
That's the way Solo is.
So what I'm saying is that. So now, per what you read, you actually believe.
Solo.
And whatever arrest is taking place is the doing of John Mahama. That is what Manasseh Azuri is saying. Then would I be right in saying that as Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was the chair of the police council, he actually caused the 8 people that were killed in, was it Techiman, during the elections? Would I be right? Would I be right in saying that it was Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, as the chair of the police council, that caused Mensa Thompson to be arrested? Would I be right in saying that it was Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia that caused Salamatu Mohammed to be arrested? What about Bobby Ansah? Was he the one that caused him to be arrested? What about the 50 people who were arrested during the Julobi demonstration? Would I be right to as it were, accuse Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia of being the one who caused them to be arrested? That is why this provision is so hollow, that you shouldn't have relied on. If you really believe that I have not called your name. Now, coming back to Fifi, I was very surprised Fifi was citing instances of why people will be arrested in Sunyani and brought to Accra. Hey, does he remember Gregory Afoko? Where did the incident took place? Was it not in Boga? Where was the matter tried? Which police station was it brought to? Under their government, under the able leadership of Nana Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. They were brought to Gregory Afoko was brought to Accra.
Gregory, a matter of speech.
Oh, you cited an example that you do not understand why somebody will be arrested. Don't worry, when I'm done, then you correct me. You say when I came in, you were apologize to me because I did.
I sincerely apologize.
Fantastic. Really? When Gregory Afoko was arrested, the matter was tried in Accra. He was brought to a police station in Accra, and it is not an illegality. It is something that is very common because there are certain aspects of investigations that the expertise would only be in Accra and not at the regional level. You understand? And that is why there are certain crimes that when it takes place in certain areas, as a matter of fact, personnel from the headquarters are sent there to investigate and bring the results. What about the Denjirabuase? Those that were accused of having killed Major Muhammad, where were they tried? By the way, why is it that all of a sudden those that were pushing us go to court, are now saying that when someone goes to court, it is now a disease? I can't get it, and I won't get it.
Good.
That people that were saying that go to court, all of a sudden, people are in court and they are saying that is an illegality.
But Basolo, what is special about free speech? Or people, speaking, people...
I'm coming there. You have not listened to me carefully.
I've listened to you. But my question is, your explanation is to the effect that
it is not. You ask me my interpretation. Don't put your interpretation.
No, I'm not. Yes. But you are saying that the reason why they bring them to Accra is some expertise is only in Accra.
No, I was dealing with the issue of, I was trying to point to him that it is not unusual for people to be sent to a different police station on crimes. You understand?
But it's also not unusual for me to ask you then that this matter borders on people speaking.
But you know how we fought for free speech in this country. I'll be the last person to say that people must not be speaking freely. What am I doing this morning? By the way, what are we doing this morning?
Okay.
Kojo, what have you been doing? What I'm saying is that we should not allow the NPP that has gone into comatose. Now, their internal elections are nothing short of blood flowing. People are slapping people at Anya. So they want to find a way of trying to cover it up. They have brought a non-existent occurrence. And the peace, that's what I said, the peace council statement is so hollow that we must not rely on it.
So right here, thank you. Your 2 minutes up. Phoebe.
Honorable Vondi
I wish you would discuss the matters instead of discussing me.
Oh, I'm not discussing you. I'm only making reference to what
You're a
you
star
said.
man. You are the only honorable here. So we'll discuss you.
Honorable Vondi, Member of Parliament for Chufo, Etimokwa constituency, on this show.
And one of the biggest backers of
Atto Forson, yes. Atto for president. Atto is my friend.
Are you the campaign manager?
Is that to live?
Yes. Oh, on this show, enumerated a number of persons who were arrested for airing their views under the NPP.
Hope I have my turn.
Oh, yes.
Definitely you shall. But conveniently, it escaped him that under the NPP administration, you had persons, not regional chairmen, not constituency communication officers, not constituency organizers, but very high persons, including presidential candidates, referring to the apex court of our country as unanimous FC.
Who said that?
Unanimous FC. You know what that means? They say that the Supreme Court, the highest court of our land, their words are actually law.
But that was what Kandapa said. Or you have forgotten?
Would you allow me to make
Your national security minister. That was what he said.
Would you allow me to make
No, but you should ask him.
Solo allow him.
So you must allow him.
The party don't say that. The party don't say that. So don't even make reference to take
the national minister, the minister of no. Let's
allow me to take my point.
We're not playing any tape. Let him land.
You people don't like playing tape.
You have the NDC as a political party.
The national security minister said they were unanimous. That's what he said.
He was pleading with them to give us some.
When you refer to the Supreme Court as unanimous FC, it means that these are persons who, no matter the issue, will just toe a certain line without making reference to the law, which they are supposed to. They said that. He did not find anything wrong with that. In fact, somebody, this one, I have not personally checked. Someone sent me a message, and I want you.
Someone sent the message. Going to read
you want me? I want you to guide me on that. And the person says, for the entire 8 years of the NPP Nana Akufo-Addo administration, 12 people were arrested for exercising free speech.
Not true. Jolobi was 50. Jolobi, stop it right there.
They were not. It was not free speech.
What were they doing? When you go on demonstration, don't even go there. This agenda you want to set, don't even go there. One day 50 people, Jolobi, in front of the seat of presidency. What are you talking about?
Month-old government.
That research is from Joy.
16.
This house
and does it make it right? If somebody got it wrong, does it make it right? If somebody got it wrong, does it make it right? What are you talking about?
The current John Mahama-led NDC.
It's not true. This is fake.
16-month-old government. There have been 16 arrests.
So take 16 out of the 50 that was arrested in a day.
And this, the person who sends me the message, attributed to Joy News research.
The man was standing here when he was presenting.
So Jolobi, the 50, what happened to it?
What Solo was doing, but let me land on that point. If you have a situation where we all complain that, well, under the NPP administration, some people have been arrested for expressing their views, and it is not right. So the promise is that we'll come and do better. 8 in 8 years. 12 in 8 years.
It is not true that it's 12 in 8 years.
Now, you have 16.
It was 72 in 8 years.
Months. That should tell you the reason why the Peace Council will come and caution that, please.
Not true.
These are no normal times.
Your 2 minutes is really
These are times all of us must be worried. But let me make the point. And I move on. The point about the point Honorable was protesting.
Today he's becoming husband. If he's becoming husband.
But you are sitting here for him to say that it's only
allow him, let him.
So the 50 Jolobi people that were arrested, we are not counting.
Let him make his point.
What are we talking about?
On this platform, discussing issues of human rights. Then craftily, Honorable Vondi brings in Atto Forson and the need why Atto must be praised.
Atto is not for maize farmers in my village.
Please, Honorable, sorry, Dr. Zato.
They are suffering.
He said I have to land.
Are you a maize farmer?
Atto Forson, there was no connection to the conversation about Atto Forson. But Honorable had to find a way to bring in Atto Forson and why we must praise him.
The point?
That is the point Felix Kwachi Ofosu, the spokesperson for the president, coming out to say,
you see, it's fine.
They are choking my government.
Thank you.
Instead of talking about my government, you are rather praising people who want to be president.
Fifi, that's okay.
See, I think that
instead of talking about issues of human rights, all you want to do is to praise Atofo.
That is the next agenda of the NPP.
Fifi, excuse me. Listen, when you have problem with communication, that's what you do. I said.
Yeah, when you can't talk about human rights, you talk about Atofo.
I said
praising him.
That instead of talking about what affects Ghanaians' economy, deliberate today.
That's agenda setting.
How we got out of IMF, which is a very important, interesting topic. We are here discussing people who are misconducting themselves and are being arrested by the law enforcement. I don't think that amounts to endorsing anybody for presidency.
So you withdraw your endorsement?
If that can start listening is different from hearing. So listen. If you don't mind, I can help you understand it. Anyway. So listen. Now, I want to say here and now that I am encouraging the police service, all the law enforcement agents,
they don't need your encouragement,
to go ahead and do their lawful duty. They must not do it capriciously or, out of law. They must do their duty properly. Those who flout the law must be arrested, put before court of competent coordinates, and their matters must be determined according to merit. Do not listen to any jandam from anybody. These arrests, I am not saying must be directed at some section of individuals in our society. It must cut across the way you're doing, so that Ghana, the sanity and then the peace we're enjoying will continue. Those who have found their voice now must advise appropriately and where it must go. And I think that is how we build a society. So please, those who feel that for them, when it is their turn, they must do the wrong thing and get away with it. That's not where we are now. The police must work.
Tell her it's not possible.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's move on. Let's move on.
When you're president,
let's move on.
Guys, I am surprised when people talk about cocoa farmers, especially doctors.
Let's make progress.
Knowing what is about cocoa price, and you go around cooking.
Gentlemen,
I hope snake will not bite you people one day.
Progress. Can we make progress?
You are afraid to go to the farm because
Fifi,
I'm a farmer myself. Everybody know I'm a cocoa farmer.
Oh, but Fifi, I will not but I now
baby I said
now we are fanting sir. Baby I said fanting I am married. I am papa.
Let's make progress. Let's make progress, gentlemen.
Okay, good.
Do we close?
The NPP can never be special people in this country.
Should we close?
The NPP and their activists,
I'll close.
The NPP and their activists cannot be seen to be special people in this country.
Should I close?
And then when you go and misconduct yourself like Akufo-Addo said, we should not allow the
thank you. All your mics are off, so it's
why would that happen?
So it's fine. Your mic is off. Now let's move on and talk about the next subject. Let's talk about the next subject here. Now, yesterday, the flag bearer of the NPP, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, met with the NPP MPs in Parliament because ahead of the reopening or recall of the House today, and asked them to prepare to take power in 2028. Now, we are asking, is the NPP truly ready? Fifi, I'll start with you. Is your party truly ready? 5 minutes.
Yes, we are ready. And indeed, as a political party, we are there to serve. We are there to govern. And that's exactly what we seek to do. The party has elected its flag bearer, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. And Dr. Bawumia, after his election, has started engaging different stakeholders. And yesterday he met the minority and urged on. Indeed, the minority has done a wonderful job so far in Parliament, keeping government on its toes. It was refreshing during the budget debate. And then the reason why I joined the NPP, I was excited that yes, indeed, like we say, we have the men. They exposed the shortfalls of the NDC administration and preferred better solutions to the problems we have as a country. So the flag bearer meeting them and urging them that yes, let's go ahead.
Yes.
Preferring better solutions to the problems of this country, I believe was in the right direction. Those who say that, well, the NPP is not prepared, they rather have a bigger problem to deal with. Because for us, we already have a candidate. We are going through the process of selecting our party agent at the local level, polling station, coordinators, constituency. I must admit that that process has not been, it's not been the best.
Okay.
I believe the party could handle that better.
Which process?
The process of selecting the polling station executives. I believe we could handle it better. But that is a human institution. You have issues which you believe you can handle better. But those who are excited, I think this gives opportunity for Vondi to really talk about his preferred topic. Those who are talking about it, the NDC, they do not even know whether the mandate is to govern or it is to select who will govern after John Mahama. I saw something very, very interesting. It was a piece done by my friend Dr. Callistus Mahama, Secretary to the President.
Oh, about the NPP governing, eh?
Dr. Callistus Mahama was now warning appointees, including his boss, the Chief of Staff.
The topic is that, is the NPP ready to govern?
Bondi. The NPP will govern after winning an election.
So discuss that.
The NPP will govern after winning an election. But the NPP, what goes on in the NDC administration would also determine whether the NPP will win an election or not. And the NDC, after winning power, all that they are interested in, according to the President's Secretary, according to the President's spokesperson, they are not governing. The attention is rather on who will succeed John Mahama and not to govern and solve the problems we face as citizens. What did Dr. Callistus Mahama say? He is cautioning you, stop jostling for who succeeds John Mahama and pay attention to the work that has been given to you. The question is, what is the locus of Dr. Callistus Mahama? I thought he only speaks for the acts on behalf of the president. Or he has authority on his own. I thought, per the architecture of the seat of government, the chief of staff is head of the administration. We all know that the chief of staff is interested to be the flag bearer of the...
When did he tell you?
And, we all, our ears are on the ground. We are hearing...
I'm sorry, you are picking wrong signals.
You know what, Bondi? I've been a journalist in this country for many years, and I have my ears on the ground. So I hear things. So allow me. I know when Atu wants to be president and when Atu doesn't want to be president. So let me proceed. Then you have somebody who works under the chief of staff, issuing instructions. And you ask yourself, the president... and for me, that thing did not come from Dr. Callistus Mahama. It came from President Mahama.
But is that discussing how ready your party is?
Wait a minute. I am talking about the people who have the power and what they are doing with the power.
But
then you should be happy.
You are.
But of course, that will give us opportunity. I'll come and land on our readiness as a political party.
Okay.
So allow me to proceed.
Let me check the time.
Okay.
Your system is
so allow it. So now President Mahama, he cannot even call his own appointees and say that, you know what, acts on the job I have given you. Make sure that the Women's Bank is back. Make sure that you are buying foodstuffs from farmers. They get bought. You don't have to get an MP to come and complain before they are bought. Make sure that the cost of electricity is down. The power supply is on. Now President Mahama can call his own appointees and tell them he has to take his secretary to write a letter to us as to whether the general secretary will heed to, the national chairman will heed to that or not. So these people, clearly, they are not interested in the governance of our country. But what have we done as a political party to demonstrate that indeed we are ready to govern? We have already selected our flag bearer. He has started engaging. He has proceeded to even select people who will formulate policies that will help us govern when we have power in 2029 January. It tells you that we are not just sitting. People are not just speaking. People are not just talking. But as a political party, we do not believe in just mere talk. We believe in formulating policies that will address the needs and concerns of our country. And that is the reason why the political party announced recently various committees, sector committees, that are supposed to bring out initiatives that will address our problems. I remember the General Secretary even saying that this is just the core team. On 25th, my understanding is that a broader team will be announced and they will have the mandate. It tells you that for us, it is not just about attacking government, but it's rather formulating policies that will address the needs and the challenges of our country. And indeed, we are ready and we have demonstrated that.
All right. Thank you very much. Just before I move on, let me do this from Austin Game. He says, the tolerable level of partisan communication is being abused in the country. The misuse of language by just anyone and also the inability of the media to stay fully impartial to facilitate communication is becoming a concern. What about the attack on the innocent life of the president's daughter who is schooling that the father, something like that.
Oh, yes. Yes. In Parliament. Oh, yes. In Parliament. You are in oblivion to that.
A lot of things are happening.
And you didn't know about Sadiq Jeffrey being slapped.
Hold on.
You do not know.
Hold on. That the president's daughter who is schooling, that...
No, it was good
to see that you can't even say it.
You are saying that has come.
You see that in Parliament, you see that you can't even say it with your mouth.
But I was in Parliament.
It was said by an NPP parliamentarian.
I also heard one to me.
Okay. Indeed, for lack of knowledge, my people perish. That's what he says there. Kojo. Now, this one here, I'm coming. This one, I'll come to you.
I respect.
I'll come to you. I'll come to you. Hold on.
How are you going to come to him again?
Hold on.
I respect.
Hold on, gentlemen.
Let him moderate the show.
Hold on, gentlemen. Hold on.
But you see, it is also important that persons.
So you have allowed
No.
I don't know. I don't want to believe what I'm believing now.
Hold on.
You want us to live all the time.
This one says, the way this incompetent administration is treating dissenting views, particularly members of the NPP, is disgusting, to say the least. I hope and pray that come 2028, God willing, if the NPP win, we will not hesitate to send them.
Will never come from God.
I won't. Was this the resetting agenda the government promised us? Those that are shamefully defending this gross violation of human rights will tomorrow sing a different song. Central. AKA Dr. Baumia will be president in 2028. He brought this one in. Okay. All right. Solo, let me have you on this.
So clearly the party NPP is nowhere ready to, as it were, even position themselves as a second force in the next elections. Because we strongly believe that for the Ghanaian to think about the NPP again is to be insulted. The last elections that they went, I believe you remember they went with the manifesto. Is that not the case?
Yeah.
You remember the title they gave to that manifesto? Bold solutions. Bold solutions. We are only under 2 years. So one would expect that most of the assumptions that they made were relevant. So why the need for a new committee? The bold solution is already there.
We are in a dynamic
Oh, Fifi.
Solo, Fifi. I'm not interrupting you, but
you are doing that.
We are in a dynamic world where you don't say that.
It's okay. You keep your dynamism. Let me go on. The party is so much in disarray, and I can't believe it. I don't know whether it's somebody doing juju to the party. Everything they touch seems to be turning the opposite way. Yesterday, I heard the flag bearer of the party say that he does not intend to cause any MP to lose his seat, and that he would protect them, which was not a truthful position to hold by the flag bearer. Listen to the MP for Ejoso speak boldly. And I'm so sad. And when I saw him write this, I said, what has Kwabena Boateng done to deserve this? For supporting a candidate in the primaries, he has to be subjected to this. That is not seriousness. This is Kwabena Boateng speaking. Looking at what is being done to me now by the new patriotic party led by Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, I may or may not succeed in the fight to secure my next term in Parliament. But whatever happens to me, I know I serve my dear NPP well with my gift and strength. The good thing is that I did nothing wrong. This is a member of Parliament for the people of Ejoso who is speaking, saying that contrary to the view held by Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, behind the scenes, together with these men, they are busily working hard to remove Kwabena Boateng. But I want to assure Kwabena Boateng that he shouldn't throw his hand in the air, because the United Parties find something good in him, and that once they remove him, we would present him as our candidate in Ejoso.
You don't have a candidate.
Now, Fifi Boafo, for want of better word, he himself, he knows the truth, but he's trying to be very, very...
Was he in Bawumia camp?
He was, either than that, but now he will be running somewhere. All of them come to greet, so he's part of them. You know, Fifi will be contesting the Takwa seat.
Can you confirm that now?
No, he will be contesting. If he denies...
If he contests, confirm that now.
Now, a while ago, you heard him say that though some of the activities at the polling station levels are not going well. Because in the Takwa in Shaim, I know for a fact that Mrekuduka is not very happy with the fact that Fifi Boafo will be contesting. And so, I am telling you that you say you have information, I also have it. And that right from the polling station, they have started the machinations, forcing their men into the album, so that on election day, they will go and vote against him. And I want to tell him that as a brother and a friend, that I will not go and spend a dime, knowing very well that that election will not be a very genuine election. This is the party that said their party waiting to govern. I keep saying that the only time the NPP will be seen as being ready to govern this country is when they are able to go and cover the whole of the rich and also bring Ken Ofori-Atta back to this country, so that we know that we are discussing substance. You have been able to dissipate this country, you mess up this country, and because you do not respect the people of this country, instead of telling the people of this country that election 2028, we will be out of it because of our deeds and wait for 2032, you are telling us that you are ready. Hey! When you were not even ready, you gave us a hole. What about when you become ready? You will give us a mansion. Nobody is going to listen to this. There is nothing ready about this. Look, he said he made mention of committees. The committee, what new thing is in there? Who is the new person in there? A committee that they want to spite Kennedy Japan, a lady, Amade, who insulted Kennedy Japan openly, you go and put her in the same committee with Kennedy Japan. That's why Kennedy Japan is not accepting. But you have heard that he's not accepting?
Is that official? I've heard.
Oh, it's official. He's not going to accept. The best is there.
I've heard that it's not official.
Which one is not official? The man is in this country, has been attending programs.
But his spokesperson says the man has not commented.
Yeah. It's not official that he has.
No, which one is not official? The
refusal.
Listen, I mean, let's put one and one together. Sometimes you don't need someone to tell you that I'm not accepting. Here is the man who is not dead. Here is the man whose name has been published, that is a member of committee. Then you call his spokesperson, the spokesperson tells you that he's not denying acceptance or accepting, confirming acceptance. What does it tell you?
But he has also not.
He's telling you that he's not, because first of all, if you were going to put him on that committee, the right thing was to have discussed with him. You didn't discuss with him. You just did it to spite him. You just did it to do him in, so that people will know that I will see him as someone that does not want the unity of the party. That is what is happening.
Okay. All right.
Before even the race starts, the flag bearer himself is calling one to me incoming. Hey! So I am wondering what the Afokos and the Ajakus are doing in the race. Someone has called someone incoming.
So haven't you gone somewhere with your flag bearer where someone met and said incoming?
There is no way Alan Chamanti will do that. The moment Alan does that, I'm off.
No, I'm saying that someone has called him as incoming, as Mr.
Has called who?
Nobody has called him as
No, this one is the flag bearer. Flag bearer. Not a candidate. The flag bearer calling a prospective candidate the incoming national chairman when there is a contest to prosecute. So where lies the contest? But have you heard the slap going on in Anya? People are being slapped left, right, center. You have heard that?
Where?
Anya Sochu.
How many people have been slapped?
More than 6. I saw the video. The video is available. What about the Nkoko?
How many people are in Anya? How many NPP members are in Anya?
No, what I saw is people slapping people. I don't know the numbers. But I can tell you.
But you need to do the analysis.
Okay, but rightly, so then it goes back to your earlier subject. You are telling me how many people have been slapped in Anya?
Yes.
How many people are under police custody? That you people create a precedent. There is tension in this country that we must come and start. You see where?
Which people have claimed? But you disagree with them. But
You are just answering me, and I'm drawing your mind.
You disagree with that. But you are saying that
What about
MPPs are slapping
What
themselves.
about Nkoko?
How many people have?
Blood is flowing everywhere.
How many people everywhere? Where? How many?
Nkoko, go to the Catholic Roman hospital.
Okay, and where? Where again?
What's the name? Kennedy was saying Akosua, Achim Swedru. That's where you is from. Go there. The women are saying, and there too, the United Party will snatch that seat. They are swearing that Kennedy would never see Parliament. What about Konongo? Even in Konongo, what makes it so dangerous is that the delegates, people that felt that they could also be part of the delegate system, went and bought forms with their own money. Now they were told that elections will take place on Monday, only to go there on Monday and be told that the elections actually took place midnight or Sunday. Look, this is the only party that elections were taking place at dawn. Remember, it was when Don Guma was the MP, they were doing elections at dawn. They were using lantern. Even at dawn, they were not using the normal electricity like for people to know lantern. When they come, they put it at your face. You are not with us. What sort of party is this? And you say you are ready to govern. Govern who?
Thank you. This one says, free speech is indeed under serious threat. President Mahama and his NDC should focus on how to solve the doomsday and stop the arrest and harassment of NPP members. We are not afraid of what they are doing. Master Planner Jr., watching live from France, Paris, with the incoming NPP National Youth Organizer, Commander Chris Nana Lloyd. Okay. Jabunti, let me come to you before I go to.
Yes, about which one in particular?
Is NPP ready to govern?
The question is an emphatic yes. And the question is...
commentator answering the question like that.
Oh, allow him. Let him know.
Yes, as a social commentator, I just want to remind you.
Let him do it.
And the question is...
But if he's observed and then he's making a judgment based on his observation, what is wrong with that?
Today,
everything is wrong with that.
The good people of this country make His Excellency Dr. Manwai the president of this country.
And you were there.
Ghana will be safe. Ghana will be secured. Ghana will be prosperous. If the people of this country make him the president of this country,
we should give him his
we will
card,
begin realizing the dreams of our forebears, that there can be an African country that will go, and that will prove that we will get to where we are going.
NPP
he has explained, he has demonstrated through everything he's done and said that he knows this job. He has what it takes to this job. And that right now in this country, in Ghana, if you remove His Excellency President Mahama, who is probably the most experienced person, no other candidate, individual comes anywhere close. The expertise, the knowledge, the character of His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Ghana will be great under his leadership. Ghana will be prosperous under his leadership. Ghana will be safe under his leadership. He will lead us. He will be the Joshua of this country when he get a chance. He will lead us to the promised land. Inshallah. Now the question is, New parliament is coming tomorrow. Then the question we want to ask the new parliament, because you see, I want to go back there. The NDC is toying with rookies. Wants to bring some rookies to take over. He say Atto is forcing. Go to my hometown. Go and tell the maize farmers that Atto is forcing. We say if General Mosquito is out there right now, already scared about the record of Bawumia. You know what he's telling people? Don't take the promises of Bawumia. Bawumia has not even made any promise. He has not made any promise. He has not even started campaigning. But already you are so scared. I say, don't take Bawumia's promises, General Mosquito. What are you afraid of?
Oh, he has made a promise.
Hey, what are you afraid of?
He did not say you
let Ghanaians, feel Ghani. See Dr. Bawumia mount a podium to side by side General Mosquito and debate this country. And you see after that who will vote for General Mosquito.
Oh, by the last time at the SG convention,
please. Okay, you see how you're tackling me. But if I start tackling you, even though you are honorable, your rules don't appear here. Me too, I will tackle you. I'm just saying that. Go back to the issues. Look, Ghanaians will do the right things. Ghanaians will reward His Excellency Dr. Bawumia because of his brilliance, because of his excellence, because of his demeanor, and because of his down-to-earth spirit. And because he has demonstrated again and again that some of the major policies he championed the government are the foundational stone of his current economy. And for that, Ghanaians are a grateful people. Ghanaians will reward him for that and make him a president. Parliament, yes, for me, I have great expectations of this parliament. And I believe and pray and hope that Your Excellency Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama, please treat the LGBTQ bill as under state of emergency.
You have also gone there.
Please, well, in fact, don't even forget about the private.
Is it part of the?
Yeah, it's part of the.
No, that this is serious for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
That's the way
LGBTQ.
I'm bringing it there. Oh. I'm allowed to make my presentation.
Fantastic.
If you look at the legislature coming up, please submit a public bill like you promised the Ghana Catholic Bishop Conference. Let us get it done. I've seen some of the men and women of the NDC minority. I've seen their brilliance. I've seen their energy. I've seen their commitment. I've seen their stature. And I've seen them, and Ghanaians have seen them. We can all come to the conclusion that these men and women have demonstrated, have the tenacity, the temperament to manage this country. And that way this country is given to them to be very safe hands.
Okay.
If you look at right now, again and again we go back, that we have powerful members of this government in the executive in Jubilee House already panicking like fear-stricken people about the stature of Dr. Bawumia. It tells you that a storm is coming. A powerful storm is coming to the table. By the time that storm finishes, we'll be swearing His Excellency Dr. Bawumia in as a president.
If you crosses 18%, I'll give you my fugu.
So if you crosses how many?
18% in less in 2024, 2028, I'll give you my fugu.
Now let's talk about
ask for your fugu there.
I'll give him the fugu.
But your fugu is...
I cherish it.
But your fugu is cheap fugu.
Yes, I'll give you the...
Okay, honorable one day.
18%, I'll give you the fugu.
It's allowed one day.
Okay,
so the question is whether or not the NPP was ready to govern 2028. Is that the question?
Yes, that's the question.
2029.
I think that those questions, that question...
I thought it's 2029, not 2028.
2029.
I'm also the president 2028.
Now,
you should know that, right?
But as for the NDC, they want to get Mahama out quick.
That question
it's not true.
Should be looked at.
But they don't want to get him out.
Oh, please. Gentlemen,
he did some.
Allow him.
He did something.
Allow him from his own merits and not to be talked about just like that. I think that the Ghanaian are individual discerning people who would want to make decisions that will better their lives. Who would not want to make decisions that they only want to go to the poll to go and vote and bring just anybody.
Yeah.
And so they will look at people with their track record and vote for them.
It's forcing.
And therefore, if Ghanaians want to go to the poll to vote 2028 to see who governs them from 2029, they will look at the individuals and their performance.
Atto is forcing.
Now, this Mahmoud Bawumia, power was given to him to govern together with his boss, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. Mm-hmm. Nana Addo Akufo-Addo did Bawumia a lot of good. Mm-hmm. He referred to Bawumia as the best economist in the world. Mm-hmm. And that all the economic situations that is confronting this country, Bawumia was going to solve it. What did Bawumia do?
That's the question.
Good.
when they came to power, the cedi against the dollar was somewhere 3.9 Ghana cedis against the United States dollar. Under the leadership of Bawumia.
Kojo, that's not correct.
What is correct?
Oh, can I have my 10?
It wasn't 3.
It was 3.9.
Let me even give you a gift. Let me do it 4.2 as you said. Under the leadership of Bawumia, who superintended over the management of the economy, who was the chairman of the economic management team, led the economy and ran the exchange rate from 4.2, as you want me to say, to about 17.5. Under the leadership of Bawumia.
Was that 17.5 the same way you took it?
Under the leadership of Bawumia.
Did you take the SN at 17.5?
This same Bawumia.
No, did you take the SN at 17.5?
This same Bawumia.
In January 2025. No, let's facts are sacred.
40.72.
Yeah.
So you lied.
It wasn't 17.
So he lied.
But he went to 17.
No, but he lied.
It doesn't problem. But you are talking about.
No, but he went to 17
he lied.
at the point.
Again,
it wasn't 17.5.
Listen. Communication is the flow of information. Communication is the flow of information. And the people viewing us will not get... Now,
he did, in fact.
Internet banks in this country.
Okay, local bank. Fidelity Bank and all the
tolerance for once. No, if you want to come to parliament, you must wear the hat of tolerance.
You don't have tolerance at all.
Because in parliament, we do decent debates. So listen, don't hear, listen.
As honorable, you must take part.
How did he do that?
That's not the case.
He said he collapsed all local banks.
What about your boss? I'm not part of them.
Hold on, gentlemen. Hold on.
See, Kojo, I wish to say this. We are on the platform. A lot of people are watching us. The least we can do is to spill out information that is inaccurate, lies. He sat here to say that in January 2024, January 2025, the cedi to the dollar exchange was 3.9.
No,
that's not correct.
You lied again.
He sat here.
You lied again.
The exchange rate
you were not
under the NPP was 17.5.
You were not listening.
That's also a lie.
With the greatest of respect, that Dr. Bawumia collapsed the local bank.
Hold on.
So another lie.
It's fine. Hold on.
So now listen.
Let me ask you a simple question.
You don't ask a question until I make my solution.
No. The two of is fine. Bondi, a while ago, you said the Ghanaian economy has become better, right? No, hold on. You said that, right? It's become better.
I never said that.
And that we should discuss that one.
Say it. Yes,
I'm coming. We should discuss that one.
Yes.
And you attributed it to who? Kisela Tufosen.
No, he's the finance minister.
And you said
so
that.
Tell me who I should attribute it to.
Okay. Good. Yeah. So we should attribute to him. Why then do you leave?
If educational...
hold on.
The way education is playing so well.
Let me ask you a question.
Under my own brother, my very good brother.
Let me ask you a question. Mr. Bondi.
Who should I attribute it to?
You say, okay, good. So you say that the economy is doing better because of Atufosen. And I want to ask you, why then do you leave the finance minister under Akufo-Addo?
Thank you very much.
And hang it around Dr. Bawumia's
Thank you very much. In the NPP administration, the president then told us that the entirety of the economic management is in the hands of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Whom should I attribute it to?
What's your source?
Now listen.
Akufo-Addo. Now listen. What's your source?
Now listen.
Wait.
I said, and I will mention.
But Jane is not part of the. Prof is not part of the economic.
I will mention again.
No, she's not.
I will mention again.
They've not made the vice president any.
How did the banks got?
They haven't assigned the current vice president any.
This same Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and his economic management team told us all Ghanaians that we will need 9 billion Ghana cedis to be able to sustain the banks and to continue to work.
Absolutely.
So all Ghanaians who are working at those banks can continue to get jobs to do.
Yes.
And that it was too much to use taxpayers' money, 9 billion Ghana cedis, to recapitalize those banks, the indigenous banks, to work. So what did he do? He said the best way was to consolidate. They use a very beautiful English language, and these people, they know how to speak English language, so they will use a nice language when they want to nicely
swindle you.
Like
so
sterilization.
They use consolidation. So they use consolidation.
That's just like sterilization.
Dr. Jato.
You said English.
Dr. Jato. So they use what we call consolidation.
Like sterilization.
In that consolidation, they use more than 30 billion Ghanaians taxpayers to collapse all these banks and get everybody out of job. You want this man to come and handle this economy again? What do you take Ghanaians for?
It was a slip of tongue.
What do you take Ghanaians for? Number three.
It was a slip of tongue.
Before they came to power, what was the price of fuel in this country? The price of fuel in this country, the price of fuel in this country,
what the price
at the
was and what the
time,
price is today.
the whole gallon was 4 cedis.
It is not what.
Before they left power,
NPP left
before they left power,
fuel price.
Hello.
What is it?
Hello. When these people took over,
and the
economy was
the price of fuel in 2020, January 24th.
Why are you not tolerant?
I'm so tolerant.
So listen.
So I'm only asking,
you know what you do?
You ask the question,
you will
I want
listen.
you to answer.
And when you listen, it's good for you. Write it down. It's big. I know the points are big.
I am only urging you to proceed with what you said. You were talking about price of fuel.
So listen.
I'm asking him to go ahead with it.
So listen.
You should complete it.
So listen.
You write it down.
Why is he hanging?
So now you agree with me 100%.
Yes.
That under the management of this economy, led by this same Baumia, fuel price, diesel, rose up to 23 Ghana cedis.
What is the price today and what was the price you had?
Now listen. You want this same person to come back to rule this country? Ghanaians won't do that.
Oh. Okay.
Number four.
Talk about the price of fuel.
Number four. Now listen. You want me to discuss the price of fuel today?
Yes. Yeah, what is it now? Yeah.
Okay. Now, today, can you imagine how much the price of fuel would be if the dollar was 17.5?
What is the price of fuel today? Answer.
Would you be able to determine the price of fuel today if the dollar, the way it was under you,
and even when you claim the dollar has improved,
do you know how much the fuel will be by today?
No, but
okay. Now you want to bring this guy.
Allow him.
You want to bring this guy to come and govern again. In any case, the selection process of Bawumia was even flawed.
4 years of Doomsday.
Listen, the selection process of Bawumia was wrong. Look,
how wrong?
I'll tell you what.
It wasn't 4 years.
Oh, I'll tell you how. I will tell you how. Oh, Jesus Christ.
The Doomsday was how many years?
These NPP people. Listen, I'll tell you.
4 years of Doomsday.
I am saying that the selection process of your flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, in itself is wrong. Listen. Every civilized political party is organized from the ground to the top. You will do your branch elections. When you finish, you will do your constituency elections.
We don't have
do your regional elections. You go to the national elections. Then that
what
is
about
the
those that don't have branch?
Listen, that is the organogram.
No, you are not saying listen.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Will you listen?
We are not listening. Because you sat here the same day. Your national chairman is already campaigning.
Yes.
Which political party have you seen that first year national chairman touring oil campaign? Which political party?
Yes.
You are sitting down here trying to lecture.
Hey, a political activist that is not MPP.
Yes.
A CSO. That is not MPP. It's not vocal for the MPP more than the MPP man who is trying to become a member of parliament. So listen.
No, you listen.
Why will you give my time to them?
Your time is past.
Why will you give my time to them?
Your time has trimmed.
Why is it that you don't have the skin of hearing the truth?
I do. You don't.
You don't have the skin of hearing the truth. What is your problem? So listen. So listen. Today, after using the old executive to select a flag bearer, me, if I was their party member, I would have gone to court a long time to select their flag bearer. Now the flag bearer is determining who become their national chairman, causing division, anarchy in their own party. Same way they are causing anarchy in this country. And you want that person to become president? No, it won't happen. I want to advise the MPP.
Any day, any time, Ghana will choose Bawumia over Seydou Ketia. That's a fact.
Now listen.
That's a content.
Now listen. I want to advise all the activists that my own big brother. Before I let me, and this is what my last remarks.
Yeah.
My own big brother, Kojo Opon Nkrumah, made a statement, and I so like it, that in every political circle, somebody always being used.
No, it's not his statement.
Well,
rightly. It was
a quote.
It was in the book of.
Thank you. I heard it from him.
He believes in it.
I heard it from him, and I so believe
it was a quotation.
So that's fine. That's fine.
So
will you listen to me? So will you listen to me?
So who is being used to the
will you listen to me? Why do you have problems listening? It's very important. It's a very healthy exercise to learn how to listen.
I know.
A very healthy exercise. I know. And that is why I want to advise both of you to learn how to listen, because you see, when you are vowing to come, it's a very tough skin place. So listen, in every political circle, there is somebody that is always being used. Abronye, if you look round and you do not know who is being used, then it is you doing all the dirty work for somebody thinking he wants to become president that he will never be.
So who is being used?
Advise yourself.
So who is being used in the NDC?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes, you give. It is important. It is important.
Kojo, are you running another round? If you are running another round, let us know. So we all prepare. If you are doing another round, let us know. So we all prepare.
It is important that on a platform as big as this, the least we will do is to churn out information that is a complete falsehood. And especially if it is coming from a revered person, an honorable person, then there's every reason for us to
use all your time discussing Vondi. You've never discussed one topic here. You're always discussing Vondi.
A studio.
I'm very important.
There are clear facts,
good.
And people are churning out different things. The honorable member of talking about the fact that in January 2025, the CD to the dollar was 3 points.
Did I mention
that's
a
a
date?
lie. But that's when he took off.
Did I mention a date?
He talked about the fact that the dollar went to 17.5. That is also falsehood. Honorable Vondi sat here and said that Dr. Bawumia collapsed all local banks. Fidelity Bank is a local bank. Is it collapsed?
So he collapsed some.
He said Car Bank is a local bank. Car Bank is a local bank, yes. Has it been collapsed? That's a lie. The question is Dr. Bawumia even the person collapsing banks? These people who gave monies to these banks and said that they are recapitalizing the banks, what happened to those banks after recapitalizing them? And let me land on this point. President John Dramani Mahama, who took us 4 years through Dumso, is back. So to say that Dr. Bawumia cannot come back, that is something he should not even go there. But the most important point I want to land on is the fact that when these people are talking, they should just check their own record. What did John Mahama tell us? John Mahama told us that when he becomes president, UT Bank, GN Bank, he will give them their license to come back and operate. I want to go to the UT Bank branch near us. Okay. The GM Bank near us. He told us something. He is the president.
Okay, thank you.
He has the ultimate power. What has he done about it?
Thank you.
Lies.
Thank you. Yesterday was...
You won't close the show. I know you know you won't close the show.
He's not close.
Allow me.
Now you won't close the show.
Yesterday was the birthday of an uncle of mine, Albert Nyanki of Abiyanks Enterprise in Agonan Kwanta. He's popularly known as Chairman Concern. Uncle, good morning to you. I hope you had a great day yesterday. I saw some videos. God richly bless you.
You should have told me yesterday. I used the road. I would have passed by to say hello to you.
That is why you are giving him the time.
Yamli yiro na yo kezire meni wo kebeti andai. Yamli yiro me Chairman Concern na yo kezire. Na ema debla ne hobo eva ma. Medem ko djuma ne kozro anytime we here ubare about it. Na ema debla hozo. This is a beautiful hunter.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
And to you, Isaac Newton, I know your wedding is coming up on May 30. All the best to you. My producer says that time is up. We have to take.
No. You see? No.
You see?
It's my producer.
It's not your producer.
is my producer.
From Africa to football's biggest stage, you are invited to be a part of it. Feel the rush, the passion of every moment. Don't just watch the game, live the FIFA World Cup experience. With VIP seatings, exclusive lounges, gourmet dining, priority access at every turn, luxury all around you. Seamless, effortless, exceptional. Because this is more than a ticket. This is your FIFA World Cup 2026 experience. Brought to you by Match Experience Hospitality. Call 055 155 1119 or visit matchexphospitality.com to secure your packages or walk into any Absa Bank branch, our official banking partner, for more information and payment.
The bottle line has been drawn and history is calling. 2 giants, 1 trophy. Will this be Arsenal's first ever Champions League trophy? Or is PSG lifting it again for the second time in a row? Join your #1 entertainment radio station, Hits 103.9 FM at the Aviation Social Center as we watch Arsenal versus PSG battle on a giant screen. Ghana, get ready for the Hits FM Rep Your Jersey 2026. This year, we've ramped up the excitement with sports quiz, soccer tournament, the Champions League anthem competition, esports, JAMA, and more. All roads lead to the Aviation Social Center. Swag up your jerseys. Wear your football club jersey proudly. And let's all meet at the Aviation Social Center from 10 a.m. to late. Mark the date, Saturday, 30th May 2026. And get ready for lots of fun with friends and family. Entertainment with your favorite Hits FM personalities. Music with a Hits FM DJ squad. And amazing prizes to be won from 10 a.m. to the climax of the UEFA Champions League finale match in grand style. The Hits FM Rep Your Jersey 2026 is powered by Joy Sports with support from Joy Prime, Joy News, Joy FM, and My Joy Online, and proudly sponsored by TCL, Inspire Greatness, Star Oil, still quality and affordable fuel for all. Soccer Bet, your best bet for sports betting. Didi Shito, Efiedienye, Heineken, share the passion. Twisco chocolate food drink, power your dream. Ashesi University, educating the next generation of ethical and entrepreneurial leadership for Africa. Ayuda, Ghana's #1 services app, Abaco Services Baby, Franco Trading Enterprise, still phone Papa Pafi, day by day men, strong and refined, the skincare you deserve. Heritage Christian University, educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders. Citizen Sports Mall, level up your game. Aqua Natural Mineral Water, Obenumanum Bium, DSTV, feel every moment. The Hits FM Rep Your Jersey 2026.
Ghana's young people are witnessing climate change, not in textbooks, but in their communities. Changing rains, flooding, drought, food insecurity. Their stories are real. And now it's time for the nation to hear them. Join News in partnership with the Africa Climate Collaborative at the University of Ghana, CDKN Ghana, Beyond the Science, and YEFL Ghana proudly present a national dialogue on Ghana's youth and climate change. Trained youth climate reporters, one national platform, powerful community stories from across Ghana on radio, TV, digital, and social media. Join us for an evening of storytelling, expert dialogue, and recognition of Ghana's boldest young climate voices. It's live on Joy News, Thursday, 21st of May 2026, 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Youth Voices, Climate Stories, the future of climate action in Ghana by Ghanaian.
All right, this is still the AM show. Let's talk about the International Day of United Nations Peacekeepers. Many of our men and women have been helping to keep the stability of the continent and the globe as well. But how do we really understand their work? So today, I've been joined in the studio by two people, one gentleman and one lady, to help us understand what has been happening. Now, in terms of the UN Peacekeeping Day, the International Day of UN Peacekeepers, which is celebrated on the 29th of May every year, is a day dedicated to paying tribute to the service and sacrifice of peacekeepers and the resilience of the communities that they serve. So we'll get to understand it more when we engage our bosses in studio. We've been joined by Assistant Director of Prisons, Mabel Senanu Nove. She's acting officer in charge of Gender Unit. Good morning.
Good morning.
I hope all is well.
By the grace of God.
Great. And then we have ACP Mr. Seth Tay, Course Director at the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center, additional responsibility at the Community Policing Unit, I hope I got it right, CPU, and a facilitator for PTD at the IRD. IRD is what?
International Relations Director.
Okay, all right then.
They handle the peacekeeping.
So it's good that we're talking to you. Why is it such, or why does the International Peacekeeping Day hold that relevance?
It's very relevant for several critical reasons. The United Nations General Assembly designated the 29th of May as the day to honor peacekeepers, as you rightly said. The peacekeeping business started with the UN since 1948, and the main purpose was to ensure that peace and security prevail everywhere in the world. And so, having said that, the conflict areas in the world had to be attended to so that it will not escalate into any other thing. You know that we have gone through First and Second World Wars. So the charter for the peacekeeping really was to ensure that the world remained peaceful for all of us. The relevance is that, during conflicts, a lot of things happen. So the UN have its boots on the ground to make sure that civilians are protected. That's one key thing, the protection of civilians. And to also ensure that humanitarian assistance is provided. Those who need medication, shelter, food and things, they are assisted. And also, to make sure that the peace agreement between the parties engaged or involved in the conflict is maintained and sustained, and to also promote stability and to prevent the conflict from relapsing or escalating again.
How challenging is peacekeeping, especially knowing that over 4,000 people have died with 66 in 2025 alone?
Yeah, it is challenging to the extent that you cannot take peace for granted. And it comes with political, financial, and operational constraints. So if these things are not handled well, then you know the implication for the global peace and security. So that is why the theme for this year resonates very well. Invest in peace.
Oh, there's a theme.
Yes, there's a theme.
Okay.
Yeah. The theme for this year is invest in peace.
Okay. Let me bring in Mommy to educate us on the invest in peace. That's the theme. Why invest in peace?
Okay. Let me seize this opportunity to say good morning to your cherished listeners and viewers. Invest is in peace is the theme for this year's celebration. Event in peace is more than a slogan. It is a reminder that peace requires resources, commitment, and a collective will of all the parties. Without investment, peace remains fragile. With it, peace becomes sustainable. To invest in peace is to invest in humanity, in humanity's future. Every dollar, every policy, and every effort directed towards peace building is a seed planted for stability, justice, and hope. So without investment, it will be difficult to perform at the mission areas because everything needed to be funded. People will support with troops, and other had to support with funding and logistics.
And do you get this funding, this investment? How readily are they available?
Some time ago, it was readily available, but now because of the difficulties and challenges faced by nations, the donations are no longer forthcoming as it used to be. So because of that, there's downsizing of staff.
Okay.
So most people have been repatriated back to their various countries because of under-refunding.
Oh, okay. Okay. There's a challenge there that we need to bridge. But ACP, what principles guide UN peacekeeping processes, and are there, like tenets that peacekeepers need to uphold when they're out there?
Thank you very much. The key principles that really guide the UN peacekeeping is the consent of the parties involved in the conflict. You cannot go into somebody's house without seeking his consent. So parties involved must agree that we want to smoke the peace pipe. So the United Nations will also come out with a mandate depending on the nature of the conflict and the form the peacekeeping will have to take. So this borders on impartiality of the peacekeepers. And the mandate actually draws down on this, provide the guidelines and things, and make sure that those who go there to perform peacekeeping missions actually are not partial. You have to be very neutral because you're going to handle a security situation. So you need to build trust, and you cannot build trust when impartiality is exhibited. The third one is the non-use of force.
A non-use of force?
Yes, yes. In a mission theater, you are not allowed to use force, or you are not permitted to use force. And this is well couched in the mandate. You are only allowed to use force to the extent that you are defending yourself or defending the mandate.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
These are the two grounds. The missions are in stages. We have one that is fully armed mission and the non-armed mission. Yes, these ones are actually couched in the mandate that we also sometimes see status of mission agreement. So these are the three key principles that you need to uphold: consent of the parties, impartiality, and then non-use of force.
Okay.
You have to use force unless it's extremely, you are defending yourself or defending the mandate. Now, the other thing is that once you are in the theater, you need to respect the culture and the values of the host nation Because if you don't do that, you are not going to get their willingness to help address the issue. And also, the UN as an organization has zero tolerance for sexual exploitation and abuse.
Okay.
It is completely prohibited. So if you engage in it, there are consequences. So all these things are considered when countries are preparing troops from the military, the police, and the prison. They are considered and packaged into a pre-deployment training that will be delivered in your country. And once you reach the mission area, you are taken through induction training, which will now familiarize you with the culture and all other things you need to know to make you exhibit professionalism on the job. Yeah.
Well, Madam Nove, when I was young, I used to hear about people have gone on mission to Lebanon and then they are back. And when they are back, you hear a lot of stories. So what has been Ghana's contribution to peacekeeping and why is it still significant in this day and age?
Okay. Thank you for the question. Ghana has been contributing to missions since 1960. And because of the discipline and professionalism Ghana has accorded itself, we go there to deliver. We are there to protect civilians. The peacekeepers, we are there to protect civilians. We are there to ensure that their human rights are not encroached upon. We are there also to mentor them. We build their capacity so that when UN even in skills, so that when UN even fold up, they will all be able to sustain it. Ghana, as we are hospitable. So when we go on mission, we are able to work as a team with others from other countries. We are able to learn their culture. We are able to mingle with them to be able to deliver the mandate of the mission you are working at. Let me give an example at South Sudan where I served.
Okay.
We protect the civilians. Because of the conflict, most people were living at the UN camp. And then wherever there are more than 2 people, there's bound to be conflict. So sometimes there are misunderstandings, and UN police has to go and arrest them with other stakeholders, and they are brought to us at the holding facility. The IDPs were kept at a camp. That's the IDP camp, and the facility, that's the holding facility, was also built nearer the camp. So anytime there's conflict, they bring them, and because of our nature, our culture, we are able to tolerate them, we are able to manage them, we are able to take safe custody of them until such a time that they have to be discharged back to the camp.
I mean, you have been at South Sudan. I'm just wondering how dangerous it will be, or it's not dangerous. We shouldn't be afraid, huh?
Oh, it's not dangerous. Before you are even deployed, you are given a pre-deployment training. So, they teach you about their culture. When you go there, what you should expect. So you are even ready before going there. So it's not anything to be afraid of. But, it can be, security situations can be fragile. So you have to be ready. You have to protect yourself too. Your safety is in your own hand. It's not in anybody's hand. So at any point in time, you have to be ready. Because anything can happen.
Okay. So on that great day, is Ghana doing anything to commemorate the day?
Thank you. As I said, because we are the 7th largest contributor of peacekeepers to the UN.
Wow, 7th largest.
Yes. It's a special day for us, and there are activities lined up to commemorate it, and it is being championed by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and I think it started from the 18th, and the climax will be on the 29th, which is a day designated by the UN to honor these peacekeepers.
Okay.
About 4,400 people have really lost their lives in the mission area, and the UN records for Ghana put it at 156. Last year alone, 2025, 66 peacekeepers lost their life, including one of our brothers from Ghana.
Oh.
And you understand how it feels to lose a loved one in the line of duty. So we are a key stakeholder when it comes to peacekeeping. And as Madame rightly said, it started way back in 1960. So about the eight decades on and still counting, Ghana has contributed thousands of military, police, and civilians to peacekeeping in the world. As we speak now, we have our own compatriots. About 1,930 of them are still in various missions around the globe. So the day will be commemorated at the UN headquarters in New York. In Ghana here, we are also doing it at the forecourt of the State House. There, the 4 people or persons expected to deliver a speech on the day are the Minister for Defense, the UN country coordinator, the Minister for Foreign Affairs, and the Minister for the Interior. And it is a day set aside to salute the fallen heroes. So at the United Nations, there will be a flag raising ceremony and the award of the Dag Hammarskjöld medal for the fallen heroes who lost their lives during 2025, the year 2025. So here we'll all gather at the forecourt of the State House, and the civil society, the security agencies, the media, everybody is expected there for us to pay homage and salute our fallen heroes who have laid down their lives for the world to keep enjoying the peace we are enjoying now.
Now, if we are the 7th contributor to Peace Council, peacekeeping,
yes,
and support is also dwindling,
yes,
how do we deal with it?
So that is why this year's theme is very, very essential and crucial. The theme was couched to allow for introspection, to let member states, civil society organizations, individuals, everybody, to take a step back and think for once that if these interventions were not in place, how would the world look like? So now with the challenges we are facing, political ones, financial ones, and operational challenges, how do we rethink and get committed to support the cause of the UN to ensure that peace and stability is maintained, to allow for development which we all crave for. So that makes the theme very, very important. Invest in peace. So we are drawing everybody's attention to the fact that you cannot sidestep provisions for peace and develop. So countries, individuals have to re-examine and make more commitments so that these challenges we are encountering will be handled, and so the UN will be able to continue with its peace agenda for a peaceful world.
But there's a lot of money in the world. Why are they not pumping into peacekeeping? They rather want to invest in other areas.
As for a lot of money in the world, I don't know about that, but all I know is that resources are not enough for anybody, even the world, your own person, your resources, take your daily life. It's so with organizations, institutions. However, once you get committed, you are able to look for resources and use it for a particular cause or purpose.
So this day will fall on 29th of May?
Yes, every 29th of May is designated as International Day for the UN peacekeeper.
Okay. Will we have any special thing for women peacekeepers on the day?
Yeah. I want to seize this opportunity to say well done and kudos to all women who have to leave their families back home just in pursuit of peace, for people to feel comfortable and then to be able to sustain the peace they used to enjoy. On this day, I want to tell those who are not at the conflict zones that peace is so expensive. So please, wherever you find yourself, be at peace with everybody so that this world will be safe for us to live.
So I wanted to find out whether or not, because you're in charge of the gender desk, whether on the D-Day we'll have anything special from women peacekeepers. Is anything lined up like that?
To the best of my knowledge, no. But all peacekeepers will be celebrated because of their sacrifice, dedication, and then the work they've done back at the mission area. Even those who are still there, the fallen heroes will also be celebrated, but more sourcely.
So those who are on the field, that day, what will happen?
There is a day for commemoration everywhere.
So they will join the celebration?
Yes, everywhere. But
globally.
Yeah, globally. But the UN headquarters, that's where a flag raising ceremony will be done. And also those who have lost their life will be posthumously awarded the medal I spoke about. So that is why Ghana, we are also commemorating the day here, because we are a family of the UN. And a very important one too, because if you are the 7th largest contributor, then you know that you cannot joke with some of these things.
If I were on the field, I would probably want to, on that day, be having a video chat with, the men in authority to know what I'm also doing somewhere. I don't know if anything like that is planned for that day.
Yes, as I said, it is a worldwide commemoration. So the activities that will make it rich is what the various countries, and especially those who are still having peacekeepers, they will actually have a program they have to follow. So what you said is likely to be part, because as Madame rightly said, once you are there, you are willing to provide security and safety to the extent of even laying down your life for people to live. So it is.
Wow.
Yes, but
you have to decide to lay down your life.
No, I mean, you will not, it is not a deliberate thing.
Yeah.
However, it is happening. It is happening because that's why we are saying the fallen heroes will be celebrated. You understand that they died in the mission area, and nobody wants to go and then lose his life. However, if it happens, you need to salute and celebrate.
Have you been on the field?
Yes, I was in Somalia.
Oh.
I was in Somalia, though that is an African Union mission. And you know that is one of the challenging missions we have because of Al-Shabaab.
Yeah.
And so Ghana, having drawn my attention to Ghana, is having this philosophy that peace anywhere is peace everywhere. That is why we are putting in all the effort we need to put in to ensure that every corner of the globe there is peace.
So when you were asked to go to Somalia,
yes,
what was going through your mind?
You're pushing me. As you said, the pre-deployment and the induction or prepare you for work. However, the risk element was still there. But in the mission area, risk is calculated and given colors. So you also adjust your duties and responsibilities to suit the intelligence that will come periodically from the intelligence wing of the mission. Yes, I was there to give training to the Somali police force. You know, if there's conflict, the institutions actually are affected and they are no more effective again. So once peace process starts, there is a need to go there and assist them to also what? Come up and then take over from the peacekeepers if your work is done and then you decide to leave.
I had a chat with a young man who fought in the Russian-Ukraine war.
Yes.
And he was giving us what actually happens on the front line.
Yes.
And looking at that, I'm thinking, hey, how is the front line like in Somalia where this man also went? But actually, you went to train the police people.
Yes, that's what we say. In Somalia, because there was an agreement, you know, the Ukraine-Russian thing you are saying, it's confrontational. They had war. You see? And that is a different ball game altogether. So in Somalia, there was an agreement for African nations to contribute troops, police, and the civilians to go in there to maintain peace, build it, and ensure that the Somalis eventually are on their own. And so it started 2007 and it's gone through transition now. And I think as we are speaking now, there's a drawdown to let the Somalis themselves take charge of their institutions and then run their own affairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Before we wrap up, what will be your final words? If there is anything we left there, you can share with us too.
People as correction officers, when they go on mission, what do? Even back in Ghana, because our work is not visible, people don't really know what correction officers do in this country. When you go on peacekeeping, we are not as visible as those who are on the front line of conflict, but our roles are so vital.
Okay.
And we want to let people know that peace is not absence of war alone. It is sustained by presence of justice, accountability, and respect for human dignity. And then you cannot do without peace. Peace is so important. As I said earlier, wherever we find ourselves to, we should always make sure there's peace. And correction officers, again, we go to mentor the local staff. We train them and advise the prison staff, passing on training them with skills so that when UN falls up, they will be able to live on their own. And then when they are working too, it can help them from going back to, or it can prevent them from going to commit any crime. We also assess risk level of security at the prisons to see whether there's overcrowding, whether armed groups, whatever can make it possible for armed groups to attack them. And then we even help them to prevent incidents in the prisons. We help in capacity building when we go on missions, and even back in our country, we still help in capacity building so that when UN falls out, life will still go on.
Okay. All right. I'm grateful. ACP, I don't know if you have final words to give.
My final words is that we should all have to put hands on deck to make the day a memorable one. And especially the theme I'm appealing should resonate well with people so that they know that peace is an invaluable commodity. You can't trade it for anything. So all of us need to come on board and appreciate those who have actually sacrificed their lives to protect others.
So that's ACP Mr. Seth Tay, course director at the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center. Additional responsibility as CPU, a facilitator for PTD at IRD, and Assistant Director of Prisons, Mabel Senanunove, acting officer in charge of gender unit. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. But news just coming in indicates that Abronya DC has been granted bail at 100,000 cedis. Let me take you to the court now because Fatao Bayaga, our man on the ground, is joining us now. Fatao, what are the details?
So the NPP came to court very confident of securing bail for the outspoken politician. He did exactly that today. In the courtroom, one of the lawyers for Abronya, Kojo was on his feet, and he moved the motion saying that we are here to secure a bail for Abronya. When he made that very brief statement, then I saw Deputy Attorney General Justice Ramsay, who was also on his feet, and he said, we are here not to oppose this particular bail application. So when he said that, you remember yesterday when they came to court, they said they didn't understand or that they have not gone through the bail application. They wanted to do that so that today they would come for the arguments to be advanced. So he said they've gone through and they do not oppose the bail application. Immediately he made that particular statement. Then I saw the presiding judge, Halima Al-Lewal Bassett, granted the bail application with 100,000 cedis as the bail sum to be justified with two sureties to be justified, Grace. Apart from that, his travel documents are to be deposited at the court registry. Apart from that, he cannot travel out of the country without the express permission of the court. So basically, after all of that, the NPP officials led by Justin Kodia Frimpong came out of the court and said that they were very happy that this has happened. But they say that bail should not be used as a punishment for misdemeanor. So basically, this has been the situation that has happened here at the Accra High Court.
Grateful to you. We have more of that on News Desk, which is right next. So that's all for our show. Up next is News Desk, where we'll bring you a lot of details on what happened in court. Do stay.